It's over. It's coming. It's gone. We sat and anticipated. We listened to all the media rhetoric that drove everybody nuts. We sat there and sweated through round 1, 2, and 3 and got what we need. And then we went into the rest of the draft. And now here we are in shambles, but smiling shambles. Hey, Callie, Bill, man, I'm with you, man. Man. It was a great draft, but we still didn't get that elusive speed merchant. I do wonder, though, if the search is going to end. Is there somebody out there, UDFA or anybody like that, that's still out there that can just at least run a decent vertical? With 4.2 speed, of course. Since Schwartz, somebody said he did. Somebody said impossible, man. Ain't no bet he did no 4.26. You know, those pro days, weird things can't happen. Even if he runs a 4.33, I'm fine with that. I just want somebody that can zoom down the field and open up that field so people who think they can just sag in on the 49ers cannot. But anyway, let's get Niners GM John Lynch and head coach Kyle Shanahan. Demonstrated a lot of growth since their 2017 debut with the organization. As we watched that, actually, they fill voids with what at this early glance, they look brilliant. We're going to do grades anyway, but there were a lot of surprises after round 1. But there was sound reasoning behind each one of those picks. As they explained, if you watched the media conferences, the 49ers, and Kyle is good at elegantly actually telling you what they did, why they did it. A lot of things were things that they did because of another thing that took place. It wasn't necessarily where they were going in the first place. And they did some things that Tony actually and I alluded to yesterday is the 49ers went in another direction with plan B, maybe on a couple of occasions. Tonight, though, looking at the 49ers 2017 draft as a whole and taking your phone calls as to what are your expectations and early grades for this year's draft. And I say early grades because, you know what, the official on the grades probably should wait a while, but just for the fun of doing it, let's go ahead and make that preemptive move on the grades and just say what we expect. So, and, oh, by the way, Sherman's still looking around, trying to pick out where he's going to go. Jalen Hurd, if you caught the media conference, it seems Jalen Hurd is locked, loaded, and ready to roll. I don't know, because a lot of people are saying we still didn't address the slot. Kyle Shanahan went on to say the fact is, I think we got a few guys on the roster right now. They talked about Trent Taylor a bit, not being able to do that because of health reasons, but they did mention the fact that they may have somebody on the roster, and Jalen Hurd could be that guy. Can you imagine Jalen Hurd coming out of the slot? You're talking about a tough guy to cover in the slot. Jalen, if this could just be the year. Jalen's already saying, hey, ain't going to be no more injuries, man. I'm done. So, but, you know, everybody says that. So hopefully that's the case with the 49ers. And that's all that's going to stop the 49ers this year. Injury. That's all that stopped them last year. We could just avoid that. That is our biggest, not the teams we're going to play. It's the injury bug. But anyway, the Niners entered the 2021 NFL Draft with 9 picks, as you remember. They ended up selecting 8 players after getting 2 fourth-round selections to move up to grab a running back in the 3rd round, which was already a little strange. 49ers grabbing a running back, that was kind of what? Really? It makes sense, so we lost running backs like crazy this last season, and replaced both of them. One thing about the 49ers, you notice when something goes in this direction, like DeForest Buckner, Javon Kinlaw, we lost Jet, and of course, we lost 2 running. They do this every time. The organization's done a remarkable job in finding undervalued running backs for legendary position coach Bobby Turner. The one time the Niners drafted a running back in the first 4 years, they swung and missed badly with Joe Williams in 2017. So you figure the 49ers are probably going to be snake bit by that. No. They get right back up on that horse and keep riding. The Niners drafted 2 running backs this year. And, yeah, that was a surprise, a shock even. Niners streak of 18 consecutive years of drafting at least 1 wide receiver came to an end this season. No wide receiver. Not even a slow one. We got a lot, though. Maybe Richie James. Richie James is good at getting open deep. I don't know why. He's fast, but not enough to scare a defense to back up off him. So we'll take a look at the 49ers' 8 draft picks and some and some grades. I'll look at Matt Mayoko's grades. Let's knock up against that. Starting with Trey Lance. Anyway, Trey Lance apparently was a popular pick over Bama's Mac Jones. Justin Fields would have been met with a similar high approval rating from the 49ers fan base. That's all everybody talked about. It was Jones, the worst guy. And then, of course, Fields and Lance were the guys that everybody wanted. There was no other body involved. Zach was on his way to New York. And also Lawrence was on his way to Jacksonville. They were out, leaving only 3. And, of course, the 49ers, nobody wanted. I guess there was a percentage of people who did want Mac Jones. I can't say that. So, and as it turns out, the Niners probably would not have needed to trade up to number 3 anyway to select either Jones or Fields, from the way it looks, but you never know. You can't say definitely because some teams took themselves out of the quarterback picture after the 49ers made the trade because they knew what was going to happen. So if 49ers don't do that, then people start leapfrogging. Belichick would have been involved. I'm pretty sure if he'd have thought anything other than what he thought on day one when he picked up Mac Jones, because Belichick's a sharp guy. He figured immediately Mac Jones is coming right to us, guys. Don't give up anything. Niners, however, adopted to be bold and take all the doubt out of the equation with their move up to number 3. As we now know, Jed York told Jim Trotter of the NFL Network that Jones was a safety net. See? It was going to be Jones. And remember when people said, Jed now confirmed it, remember when people said it's either Jones or Trey, or Lance, Jones or Lance. And, of course, everybody said, really? Fields is really out of this. And we may find out more about why Fields was removed from the equation later. But right now, I still don't get it. I do not know how come so many GMs and coaches passed on him and the Bears went up and got him. That still is weird. So anyway, the Niners, however, opted to be bold and take – I'm sorry. Kyle Shanahan and John Lynch wanted to conduct deep dives on both Lance and Fields by saying, you know about John Beck going over to check them both out. And those stories were apparently true, too. Fam, you know what we can deduct from this, too, also? It wasn't every single thing the media said was inaccurate. There were a few things, but you had to be able to sort through the litter and the garbage and the crap to find that, and it would be hard to do in this last year. Lance was the player person who most impressed the 49ers. Now that we know that, there's little question that Lance was the best selection, but that's its own set of risk. He turns 21 on May 9th. Is that next week, actually? And he has not played he's just played one game over the past 15 and a half months. Nobody has any real qualms with that, though, because you can see the potential with the selection of Lance. But the price of doing business, giving up 2 future first-round picks and a third-rounder, was pretty steep. It might turn out to be the best move in the franchise history, but until then, we got to wait to find out. That's a grade B. Second round, Aaron Banks, Notre Dame, out of El Cerrito, California. Really, the only position on either side of the ball was unsettled is right guard. The Niners strengthened their offensive line with a selection of a large, powerful, aggressive offensive guard who was also nimble and athletic enough to excel in the 49ers outside zone blocking scheme. This dude is enter the mighty Bart. I mean, I gotta get his name. Banks. I almost call him Thor. Banks steps in as a starter from day one, or at least he probably should. And this also strengthens the team at every position. Daniel Brunskill, no, Brandon. Daniel Brunskill becomes even more valuable now because he's got experience at every position, and he's the man standing by. And then with the offensive line, as we've seen, we need 2 or 3 guys standing by. He could very well be the team's top backup at both guard and tackle position, as well as center. Let's not. I still wish we had a guy that could work at center. Maybe we could get Barnes to work out at center as well. The 49ers made this pick after trading back 5 spots. So Lynch said Banks was a person they would have chosen at number 43, and you can actually believe that. That's an A- on Big Banks. Third round, Trey Sermon. Okay, Sermon is his real name. Sermon, running back, Ohio State. The 49ers already had good players at running back with Haim, Jeffrey Wilson Jr., Wayne Gallman Jr. Sermon might not be the same kind of breakaway running threat as Mostert, but he has good initial quickness that enabled him to blast through the holes. He is a strong fit in the 49ers' unique, creative running scheme to begin with. It would have seemed the 49ers would have targeted a player who was more of a threat as a route runner at this particular point, and everybody was sitting there pulling for either a cornerback or a route runner. There were still some really high-quality guys at wide receiver and as well as cornerback. But the 49ers said, no, we're going to go with the running back. And maybe he could develop those skills, though. With all of their other backs on one-year contracts, it makes sense. It really does. The 49ers would want to lock in a young player for the next 4 seasons, get him all the way up to speed so he looks really comfortable in the offense. Contrary to what a lot of people believe, the offense is not something people just walk into and just do their thing. You need to get comfortable in it before you can really be who you are. But this came at a cost. The 49ers traded both of their 4th-round picks to select him. That doesn't make any sense, though. We did it for a running back. Okay, you know what? We can't question it just yet. That gets a grade C from me, Matt. 3rd round, number 102, Ambry Thomas. And this may be anyone who attracts the attention of Adam Peters, 49ers Vice President of Player Personnel, is most likely going to be tough. Peters liked him. Lynch said Peters championed Thomas as a second-day prospect at a position of need for the 49ers. Thomas has good size, speed, and toughness. It seems unlikely he will step in and make a serious challenge to Jason Verrett or Emmanuel Mosley for a starting job because it's going to take some time to come in and learn the playbook and do all the stuff you need to do. But the Niners' room of cornerbacks is extremely, extremely thin. And the threat of Dante Johnson just looms over our head like the sword of Damocles. You know what I'm saying? Because if all of a sudden we're down to Dante Johnson and maybe just Ambry, the sword falls. Oh! No! So Thomas would work this way into a significant backup role with also making a contribution on special teams, both on coverage units and as a return man. And Thomas checks the boxes, filling position of need with strong all-around candidate. That's a B+. 5th round, Jaylon Moore, offensive line, Western Michigan, day 3. Not every offensive lineman is a good fit for what the 49ers do on offense. The ones who combine the athleticism with the optimal size and strength, these guys are hard to find. Kyle's already said several times, people are asking, Kyle, why do you always get these little small people to play your offensive line? Kyle has been quoted saying, I'd like to find a huge guy to be able to run my offense, but normally your huge guys can't really get out into space. They're not usually agile. They're not real athletic. They're just big. If we were running a different kind of offensive system, I'd like to have those guys. So we got to get guys that try to fit the mold. So, but Moore's a reasonable projection as someone who could remain in the building, more specifically the weight room, to grow into a position where he can be a backup guard after playing tackle in college. He will be a challenge to make the team. They just say that right off. And it's unlikely if he does, he will be in uniform as a backup for regular season games early in his career, but we'll see. Remember, Big Trent Brown coming in looking like a house with feet. I mean, this dude was huge, man. They had to make him lose weight. It was rumored Trent Brown may be 400 pounds. When you looked at him in the picture, that dude is more than 400 pounds, man. And the 49ers got him down to a svelte 3-something, right? And I mean way over 3. He is now one of the highest paid offensive linemen in the NFL. So maybe we got to wait. You got to wait. He gets a grade C in the meantime. 5th round, Deommodore. Hey, what's that? Lenoir. This guy, man, I love that he comes in talking smack. Hyenas versus the prey. He's going to come in and be the hyena. I like his attitude. I understand Richard Sherman worked with him, so he knows how to talk trash. He better be able to back it up, though. The Niners are thin at the cornerback behind the presumptive starters, so Lenoir joins Thomas as the Niners hope either player can just keep it together if called upon, right? Lenoir is only 5'10", 199 pounds. If we learned anything, though, it's like Tony and I were saying yesterday, what Tony was saying, let's stop prejudicing against the guys that aren't that tall playing the cornerback. When you see D-Hop is not a small person. When you see Jason Verrett denying him for 4 quarters, you know it's not always about the size of this particular position. In fact, the more agile and quick a guy is and can rotate and move and flip those hips, he may be ideal over the long guys that are pretty much the classic traditional guy you want in a cover 3. It's yet to be seen completely, though. I want to see a cover 3 long dude. Ideally, if you could get a Nikello Witherspoon, because Richard Sherman's not, he's in a class by himself. You're not going to get, we may never see another Richard Sherman again. But if you can get guys like Spoon, who got the size and height, to be able to have that quick twitchness and be able to move quickly as soon as that guy turns and flip those hips at the same time. See, that's what you want, but God, that's hard to find. God just didn't design the human body to do that unless it's of a smaller stature. But we'll see. This dude does not give up many big plays, but the downside is that he allows a lot of completions in front of him. I guess that Rich, he learned that from you, didn't he? Boy, Sherman giving it up, but Sherman will let you think that you got it made and drop in front of you and take that thing back. That's a God gift. Everybody can't do that. The 49ers can live with that trade-off, though, from a rookie who was learning his way. He can also work some in the slot and learn behind K'Wan Williams. This is a C- on this particular pick. 5th round, Talanoa, Hafuanga, SC. This could be this is the pick that everybody's loving, man. J-Dub is only signed through 2022, but everyone else at the Niners safety position is playing on a 1-year contract, right? Hafuanga, the Pac-12 Defensive Player of the Year, arrives in a position where if he adapts and remains healthy, he could be a future starter just waiting to take over. You know what? You get Kwaski, either one. Hafuanga, he could be in this year. Hopefully he gets a few weeks before... Boy, Jimmy and Kwaski, man. Jimmy's been doing a great job the last 2 years, but Kwaski has not missed a year yet of taking himself out. Or either that, somebody else takes him out. No, Kwaski nobody hurts Kwaski. Kwaski always ends up hurting himself. Him and Jimmy got that same situation. They could take and beat, knock with anybody out in the NFL. But all of a sudden they'll fall down or coming out of the bathroom, slip on the soap and into the kitchen and break a leg. You know, these guys... But anyway, Hafuanga should be in the mix to win a roster spot if he tears it up as a Niners core special teams player, and you know he will. Hafuanga experienced serious shoulder collarbone injuries in 2018 and 19, so he comes in a little bit like Jimmy and Kwaski T. So the Niners are taking a gamble that he can avoid shoulder issues in the future. But that may be, you know what? It could be technique with him. Remember, our guys used to get hurt because of the fact that we're tackling wrong, and that may be why Jimmy stayed on the field last couple of years, because maybe he's finally got his technique down. Maybe Jimmy could go over and talk to him. Hey, yo, bro, man, I'm glad to have you on the team, man. You know what I'm saying, man? Because you're going to make it easiest for us, man. Look, man, I'm about to teach you some things about tackling, because me and you had some of the same issues, man. You know, Jimmy, do that for us, man. Dom! You got to keep him out there. But you got to bet on Hafuanga. Dude is passionate, driven, and positive with his energy as they come. That's a B+. 6th round, the Niners ignored a big needed slot receiver to select, yes, another running back. It's amazing. Mitchell enters a crowded running backs room, joining fellow rookie Sermon. Mitchell does have good receiving skills, though. That's the jet. Get covered jet, which were underutilized in college. So the 49ers have an opening for a change of pace back who can run good routes out of the backfield and catch passes against the linebackers in man coverage. Especially that's what Jet was supposed to be doing. Then he has the speed to turn short receptions into huge gains. Give it a grade B. Fam, I don't know. What are you thinking? I'm giving the whole draft a B because I did and all it would have taken for me to give it an A. Give me that give me that fast guy. I need to see a fast guy as soon as that ball is slapped to bust the move. Boom, 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 boom. I'm on 4-3. Guys like Honey Badger say, oh, whoa. Give some panic out there. Hang it. It could be this year that we could see Ayuk step in that role. Now, Ayuk is a guy that can move that quickly, but Ayuk's a first to fourth gear kind of guy, though. He's not going to give you that speed from step one. But maybe, we'll see. We shall see. All right. Hey, Robert Slavin, thanks, fam. My grade is A plus, 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 plus. We got Lance, baby, 49ers. Hey, that's a plus. Definitely a plus. Oh, Jay Anderson, what up? Niners for life, repping Richmond, Virginia. Jay, what's up, fam? Repping Richmond, Virginia. Zoe 81, hey, love you, bro. Trey area, let's go. Bob Money, we picked up the safety from USC. I like the kid. He's friggin' raw. I got you. I agree, Bob. Tommy Oxley, Hafuanga was my fave pick today. Dude is a beast. Everybody loves Hafuanga, man. I mean, this dude. Hey, Derek, get in here. Derek. Oh, Derek. We'll come back to Derek. He'll wake up in a minute. Hey, John, come on in, man. John.
Ronbo.
John, man, I tell you, man, this draft is very interesting. I did not see this many running backs adding to a room that was already pretty filled up, but I understand why they did it. And we've been saying for a long time, wow, if they could do what they do with UDFAs and such, what would they do with a kid that was like got some sauce and seasoning all over him? So, John, give me your assessment of this draft, bro.
To simplify what I thought of the draft, I think they nailed it out of the park. I was saying that they needed, secondary help. They got the safety, who I'm a huge fan of. I watch a lot of Pac-12 football. They brought 2 corners in. Those guys are going to be good depth pieces right behind Verrett, Mosley, and K1. So, good. They strengthened that.
I noticed you didn't say anything about Dante Johnson.
anyway, and then we got 2 running backs because you say all the time that our running backs get hurt by the end of the year, so we have a full room of running backs. So we, that's a really good to have, running backs, and then of course the big splash, Trey Lance, the guy I've been saying, I've never changed my mind. I think it's going to be good competition. I think what they did this year was they realized, hey, our running backs are good, but they get hurt. Let's bring some running backs. Let's put competition. Let's put someone right behind Jimmy. Let's put competition. Let's add to our secondary. And I really like the draft. I know that the players are not big name players, and like I said, John Lynch and Kyle Shanahan, they brought in that big guy. Offensive line from Notre Dame. They picked up another guy, interior offensive line. So you're strengthening everything. Basically, they were able to address every need that the 49ers. But one thing for a perfect grade was that wide receiver. I do agree with you. Once Kendrick Bourne left, so hopefully we can get someone from undrafted, strengthen that receiving core. And hopefully, 2021 will be a better year than the year 2020.
God, anything will be. And John, I tell you, you see any of those running backs making any one of our established guys? Mostert's not. Man, I just don't see. Mostert's not going to get challenged. I don't know that Jeffrey Wilson Jr., in my mind, he's not going to get challenged. Do one of these guys step in as that third guy ahead of anybody else we've got?
Yes. So at the moment, basically, Mostert's still the number 1 guy. Wilson is number 2. It's going to be who's going to be that number 3 running back, and you're going to have the competition. I think right now the kid from Ohio State, Trey Sermon, he's a guy that competes for that number 3 spot. Like I was saying earlier, that the 49ers are going to keep 4 active running backs as a fullback.
I wish
and
they'd keep 5.
Then any other running backs they want to keep, they can put on the practice squad because
That's right.
Yeah. So and then you can have that tough competition. They may have to let some of the guys go. So at the end of the day, like I said, it's going to be competition for that number 3 spot, and there's a lot of running backs. So I know Mostert and Wilson, they have seniority, but at the end of the day, if the rookie can come in, just like what we say with the rookie behind Jimmy, if they can come in and play better, you put them in.
Yeah, no hesitation. Yeah, we're trying to win here. and we're going to do what we need to do to win. So, yeah. I figure, Jeff Wilson Jr. is probably going to be the workhorse to start off. He'll start. Most will come in like he did, as he always has done, and that's the way they'll work. And if Mostert comes in and gets hot, they stay with him. Yeah. Kyle's going to alter a few things, I imagine, but this is going to be interesting to see. We don't have a slot guy. Not really. Not yet. So Sermon could be that guy. He may be the line up the backfield instead at the line of scrimmage. We'll see. We'll see.
Yeah, so I can't wait for hopefully there's a training camp and exhibition preseason because I want to see these guys play for the regular season because just like a good friend of mine told me, he played football and when he missed 6-7 practices, he was never the same. Injuries. So you do have to prepare your body. So hopefully they have an off season so they can get their bodies ready, and you're going to see less injuries from the year before.
Oh, please. Oh, God, yes. I mean, I can't imagine how we can match what we did last year. I think we set another record. We set a record the year before, actually. But we would surpass that last year. So, God, please help us with this. Man. So, anyway, John, and what's your grade overall?
Right. I give it a solid B+. I think I would have gave it an A- if we had that wide receiver, like you said. But it was a good draft. I'm not saying it was a horrible draft. We'll see what happens, how these young kids develop. And at the end of the day, I just want to see football again at Levi Stadium, fans in the stands, and hopefully we can have what we did in 2019, a great season.
Yes. All right, John. Awesome stuff as per usual. And fam, hey John, he's the ultimate 49 report. Ultimate what report?
I'm the 49ers ultimate report.
49ers
Ronbo,
report.
Because,
click him up.
And because
he's got content rolling. Go ahead, real quick.
And then because you mentioned my channel, I'm over 600 subscribers. I want to say thank you, man.
Hey,
you gave me a voice. Yeah, and I'm going to continue rolling content, even if there's nothing to talk about. Just like I don't know how you do it in the off season, but I'll take a back page and see what you do. Anyway, thanks, Rebel, for having me on. And just like Norm, Niners all day.
Yes. All right, man. Talk to you later. And hey, Derek, are you ready, Derek? Derek. Oh, Derek.
Ronbo.
There he is. Derek. Get in here, man.
What's going on, man?
Oh, man, we're talking about these picks, I mean, Derek, it was a kind of draft where things happen surprisingly, and you got to appreciate them. We probably didn't get the cornerback that we really wanted because he got off the board. I mean, everybody had Tyson, man. Dude, first pick of the day to do. No, they did. Dude, I wonder if they didn't take the 49ers, dude, because the 49ers seem to think, oh, hell. And they'd start, doing what they did. But, what did you think about this draft and the running backs and no wide receiver and all these things? We could be wrong. Maybe they did everything right, but what do you think?
I am very, very – I know we didn't get a speed guy. We didn't ask him for it. But when you have somebody like Shanahan who schemes people open, all you got to do is not miss. We saw it time and time again. Jimmy's missed the infamous Super Bowl game, the Sanders throw. But Nick Mullins and Jimmy and I think CJ, they all missed use check on that one play where he would have been butt naked. And it's just,
hey, did CJ have that same play? Because Jimmy
so. I know
and Nick missed
Jimmy
the same play.
I think Nick missed the play twice in two different games, and Jimmy missed them before he went out. But or when he came back or whatever, and then went back out. But I was really happy with this. I really like Banks, the other O lineman. I love those picks. You need solid depth at the O line. I like that they fortified the line, Ronbo. I like the competition with the running backs. They brought in a couple corners that are highly regarded, and Trey from the running back from Ohio State, he's really good.
Yes, sir.
Actually,
yeah.
He actually, I think it's either him or the other one. One of them runs very eerily similar to Debo, and it makes me wonder if they're going to stop running Debo as hard.
Yeah.
And start using him more of a receiver now, which is interesting because That's what I was thinking about. You could use Debo because Debo can get downfield, but he was using a lot of jet sweeps and. I mean, he's great across the middle.
He does that so well, Derek, because when Debo comes around that corner, it's dangerous to take him down.
Yeah.
And he usually gets past those guys. The first guy usually gets obliterated, and then after a while, they finally catch him and bring him down. But Debo, that's his play. I'd like to see this guy. This guy could do it, though. You're right. Maybe a little less wear and tear on Debo. But, yeah, I agree.
Exactly. That's exactly what I'm thinking. You know, just to kind of spread the ball out, you know, something that Shanahan's known for anyways.
Yeah.
But it makes it easier on people like Debo when he knows that his durability isn't something, you know, that's particularly strong with him. Who else, Ronbo? I like the picks, and it makes me think that he likes our tight ends, you know. Charlie Warner, somebody
no tight ends
who was last year.
Yeah.
Nope. And I want to see him, and on the defensive side of the ball anyways, you know, the cornerback. All good picks, Ronbo. It just seems like they're growing. You know, people said Shanahan and Lynch, they missed, you know, some of their draft. But to me, as it went on, they got better each year. You know, they stopped making silly decisions and things. So, and, you know, Trey Lance, what a pick. Like I said, that's going to be Jimmy's student.
Yeah.
Jimmy, you know, he welcomes the competition, and it's only going to make both of them better.
Yeah.
You know?
And it's going to be interesting to see. I want to say Jimmy has not been intimidated by CJ or Nick.
No, I think that was a problem, too.
Yeah.
He was never intimidated. Who the hell was there with him?
Yeah. You know? So now let's see what Jimmy looks like. And plus, this is Jimmy's second going to his second year. The myth, or not the as it goes, everybody says, every quarterback struggles in his first year with Kyle Shanahan. Usually the second year they blossom into whatever Shanahan's trying to build with them. What if that's true?
Yep.
We're going to find out.
And one last thing, Ronbo, I think the Banks pickup was especially good for McGlinchey because they came from the same school. McGlinchey was pushing for him if you watch the pressers.
Was it? Is that right?
Kyle and Lynch both mentioned it because they're teammates, or they were. And Banks, I believe he only gave us 2 quarterback hits or pressures. So that guy,
feel like
that's a big guy. You know?
So he's going to feel like Big Quentin is.
The edge exactly. It doesn't matter how fast the edge rusher is. If they can't get around him, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So, all right, Ronbo, keep this thing rolling, man. Great talking to you again.
Thanks, Derek.
I give him a B+, Ronbo. Great draft.
All right.
All right, man.
Yeah. All right, Phil. Have a great night. I wonder if we all agree on that. Most of us got B's. Almost somebody's going to get him an A, probably. I don't know. But, hey, Justin. Is this Justin?
What's going on, man? What's going on?
Justin, man, we're looking at this draft, and you know, we have a lot of talent. What we all need to realize is there wasn't a lot of room. The 49ers picked up guys that they can probably cut and not ruin their lives. You don't want to bring a guy in that can't make the team, right? And that's what Kyle said, too. We were looking at guys that we thought could make the team, but maybe, I don't know. Go ahead.
I'm going to be honest with you. When we took that running back, man, I scratched my head and I felt like banging my head against the door because I was like, man, we do not need any more running backs. But I was like thinking about it. I looked into it and I found out half the running backs we have are not on the contract after the season. So the 49ers are obviously planning for the season now, where they don't have to like, oh shoot, we need running backs, So I feel like that's the move they made. Am I totally happy with it? Not really, because, we needed a slot receiver. Because, Trent didn't come back this year, and then Bourne left. So we needed a slot receiver, and I feel like they were, giving Richie the opportunity to be a slot receiver because Richie did play well this year. That Green Bay game, he played lights out. And the Buffalo Bill game, he played lights out too. So I feel like it's Richie's position to lose in the team because he's a great returner, but this year he wasn't that good of a returner, to be honest. So it's all up to Richie to see if he could see the opportunity to be on the slot receiver because you never know, he could become a slot receiver and he could be like that dangerous speedster that we've been dying since Marquise Goodwin left. So it's all up to Richie if he could seize that opportunity.
Yeah, because, Tevin Coleman, I had a feeling Tevin was gone. We got rid of the big money backs, Tevin Coleman and, of course, Jet McKinnon. And so I see the 49ers doing what they're doing. I didn't think they'd draft him, though. The 49ers are famous for getting guys. But you know what? Tevin Coleman and McKinnon, they were premier running backs and got drafted out of school, right? So I guess this makes sense, kind of.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And we'll look at it like this, too. When Shanahan first got to the 49ers, he didn't have any quarterbacks. He didn't have any running backs. He had to go out and get his own. He didn't even have a fullback. Because remember, Bruce Miller was released that year, too.
Yeah.
So he had no quarterback. He had no fullback. And he barely had any receivers. His first year was pretty bad because he didn't have the guys that he wanted. So he's been the guys he wanted. This quarterback, he wanted Trey. This running back, he wanted him. This other running back, he wanted him. And these other corners, he wanted them. He's building his team, his vision. And for a lot of people saying, oh, we're doing this, you know, we should have done this, you know, and I understand what Kyle's doing. He wants to get his guys in the system. Because when he ran in, it wasn't his guys necessarily. It was mostly like Samsula, Kelly.
Yeah, they had to get rid of a lot of people. Yeah.
Singletary, you know. It wasn't his guys. So for the first time in like 2 years, it's his guys that he selected, his guys. So
we're going to see if this works out, because the fact is, you know, we feel, as I said, we filled a lot of holes. There's not a lot of positions actually open with the 49ers, so they can afford. That's why it would have been a good idea to bundle up some of those picks and go get a real solid guy in early rounds. But, you know, I don't know. I don't like giving the Rams all those picks either.
Yeah, you know, and the one that shocked me the most was the Raiders.
Right?
Because we don't like the Raiders.
And we
never
deal with them.
After what they did to us for 2 straight years, where they didn't like the Khalil Mack, where they didn't
and they sent him to Chicago, and we had a better deal on the table. Okay. But, I don't know.
We signed that linebacker. We signed that linebacker from Ohio State.
Hafuanga. Yeah.
No,
Ohio
that linebacker
State.
from Ohio State.
Wait. Ohio State linebacker?
Something. Yeah, we just signed him right now.
UDFAs. I've not looked those over yet. Hey, anybody if there's any good UDFAs, please inform me. I was in a hurry here and didn't look at those. So.
Justin Hillard is his name. Justin Hillard.
Solid linebacker, huh?
He's a really good linebacker. He's a good linebacker at Ohio State, and I like that signing. You know, he's a good linebacker. You know, you plug him in with Greenlaw, and you plug him in with Warner, and then you have Hillard. That's a dominant D right there, man. That's a dominant linebacker position right there.
Yeah, because Flanagan Folds and Alshire, I don't know. Alshire, he looked pretty good to me. How did you think he looked last year, though? I thought he wasn't bad.
Actually, he wasn't bad, but he wasn't like starter material. You know what I mean? Like, he was a good like plug-in guy, like for like, oh, let me rest it with somebody. Let me put Jazeera in. But like, he wasn't really like a starter, per se. Like, that's what we were missing last year. Is like we had Greenlaw. We got rid of K1, but we had Greenlaw, we had Warner, but we missed that other position for the linebacker, similar to like Bowman, Willis, and then Ahmad Brooks or
Justin, you'll never see that again. You'll never see a Bowman Willis combination. We could come close, hopefully, but you know that's tough. Yeah. Justin, I'm glad to see you plug back in, man. We're gonna go. We're gonna run out of time.
Yeah.
I'll see you on Tuesday Night Raw or Tuesday Night SmackDown.
Yes, sir.
All right, Phil.
All right, man. Have a good night.
Monday Night Raw. I got it now. Yeah, Monday Night Raw. I'm sorry.
All right. Monday Night Raw. Okay.
Night,
all right, man. Have a good night.
You too.
Wear your mask.
Please, everybody. Hey, and chill. A pill. A Phil. Phil.
Hey, Ronbo.
Phil, I thought about you while Kyle and John were doing their press conference. It was funny. Most of what you and I and lots of other people thought was all accurate. A lot of what the media was doing had nothing to do of the thought processes in Santa Clara. I said, look at this. See? I knew that was a lie.
If we learned one thing is the media is a bunch of idiots. That's it.
Comedians and clowns.
I mean,
manipulating
especially
people's
Florida.
minds.
He's doubling down on Friday that he's going to get cut. And I go, dude.
His Florio. I've stopped paying attention to Florio. Stephen A is going the same route. Yeah,
I know. He's the same way. Both of them. I mean, come on, they're doubling down.
And they don't care what
But,
Kyle says.
they're never
He's
held
lying.
accountable.
Jeez.
So anyway, about the draft. Yesterday, I was a little upset, so I didn't call him. And
What
because
upset
we
you?
didn't get the corner I wanted.
Yeah.
He went first to Jacksonville right
Right?
off the top. I go,
God.
killing me. And then we get this lineman. We trade back, fine. We get an extra 4th-round pick, fine. I'm thinking, okay. So they got someone in mind.
Mm-hmm.
And then we get the lineman that nobody expected to go to the Niners because of his size and what he's done. But, I tell you, if he works out, then it's, Brunskill's going to have to be the backup center.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh, no. Brunskill's the backup everything. I don't want him playing center. And that's why I worry, Phil. We didn't get a center.
Yeah, but, you look at Mac. He's played 14 games last year.
Did he?
16 games. He played 14 games last year for Atlanta. He played 16 games in each of the previous 3 years.
Yeah, he's durable.
So he is durable.
Yeah.
So, his age is a problem, but the guy never misses games, typically.
And he brings more than just his game. Mac's a brain out there. He's Kyle's link to what he wants done.
Coverages.
Yeah.
He's had 3 years with Kyle, so he knows Kyle's system pretty well.
Well, more than that.
And
Phil, that goes all the way back to Cleveland. Kyle dragged him out of Cleveland to Atlanta, remember? Yeah.
Exactly. So, I'm pretty happy with the offensive line. If we can get the guard to give some weight to McGlinchey and hand his Notre Dame brother some pounds, I think we'd be a good average right there.
Exactly. hey, he can't have his underclassmen outdo him either. This may get McGlinchey fired up, Yeah. Work on his feet.
Yeah.
Get those things right. Come on, Mike. Yeah.
Hey, Skinny. Get going.
No, can you call him Barnes? Can you call him Skinny? I love it.
So anyway, on the running back situation, it's Raheem's is the starter.
You think he's going to start?
Kyle likes that outside zone speed, and no one else, other than this other running back we got in the, I believe, late fifth.
From New York or Sermon?
Yeah, no, the other kid. He ran a 4.3.
What? Uh-oh.
He ran a 4.3.
I didn't look into him. I didn't watch but partial of the draft today.
No, but here's what's going to happen. Hasty and this kid are going to be on the practice squad.
Okay.
And so he's the insurance for Raheem going down. So you can bring guys up from the practice squad, 2 guys each game, right?
Elijah Mitchell's a 4.3 guy, Phil?
Yeah, he's a 4.3.
God.
So he's the guy that can do the outside zone runs. And I look at Sermon's going to be the number 2 guy. Wilson Jr. will be 3, and then the guy we got from the Giants will be 4. So, Raheem is the speed guy that can go all the way at any touch of the time, touch of the football.
Yeah.
And
you just got to keep him upright.
So, I just think that's going to be the running back situation, and these other 2 guys, Hasty and the other guy, would be insurance, because we always have running backs go down. We always do.
Every year we're down to 2 guys by week 16. God, it's scary.
I really like the USC kid, the safety. He, if Jakarski gets hurt, this kid's going to take his position and go from there, because he's making the roster. This guy is a ball hawk.
Talanoa. Hafuanga.
Now, he does have injury problems. He has broken bones, two broken collarbones during his college career.
That means he hits
got the JW syndrome. And I think those guys should just drink their milk before the game, and
the bucket.
Make sure they get that vitamin D, the calcium in their bones. But anyway, I really like this kid from USC. I think he's going to be a starter fairly soon on the defense.
Yeah, he's going to be a fan favorite immediately too. Yeah. I've always said, you've got to have your big Polynesian boys out there if you're going to win.
The one draft that blew my mind was the other tackle. the other tackle that they drafted. And why? Are you telling me that who are they going to cut? School or some? They've got a bunch of guys on the offensive line that
Jalen
there's
Moore.
going to be some competition and some cuts.
Jalen Moore, he's on the practice squad, Phil. My guess right now.
Yeah.
They're already saying if he makes a team. When you put if he makes a team immediately in the first thing you say about this guy, yeah, he's a project.
Yeah. And then the other thing is, if you read the tea leaves,
Oh.
I believe Jalen Hurd, they believe, is going to be
Ready for the start.
playing.
I know, Phil. I know. Phil, let's get into this
Because-
Monday Night Raw. We're out of time now, but yeah,
All right.
Jalen,
But John
if he's-
Lynch made a comment that he sees him working out every day at the field, so
I
or
heard that.
in communication with him. But
Mhm.
yeah, I'm looking forward to that too.
All
But
right.
I just think that's why they didn't get a receiver. That's the only thing, and they didn't address the center, the receiver. And that's it, basically.
All right, Phil. We got to go before
All right,
production cuts us off. I'll see you.
Okay.
See you Monday night.
Talk
All
to
right,
you
Phil.
later. Okay.
Night.
Bye.
Bye. Hey, Jane.
Ronbo.
Jane, it's all over, Jane. The dust is settled. The 49ers have made their choices. Are we a better team now?
Yes.
All right.
I hope. Yeah. I really can't wait into this preseason.
Oh, I know, right? Oh, we got to wait another month. Yes, that's all we got to wait, too. Another month.
The preseason is going to be the latest season.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like the preseason is just going to be the best.
Because we got some really cool newbies. I want to see those running backs they're going to be all over the place during preseason. And you got, of course, Trey. Let's see what he looks like in the pro set after not playing for a year. He may be a little rusty,
Yeah.
but he'll probably fix that up. Yeah. Yeah.
That's a
Hafuanga.
pretty good backup QB right there, Trey Lance. Just in case, Garoppolo
Jimmy
gets
bites the
hurt.
dust.
because,
Jimmy
Yeah.
better stay up at least 8 or 9 weeks. He's got to learn this
I know.
offense, and it ain't easy, especially when you're 21 and you haven't played that much. So he's got great skills, though. So Kyle knows what he's doing. He'll teach him. So
Yeah. Because if he keeps getting hurt, then we might have to get him off our team.
yeah. Or we've got to have guys like Nate Sudfeld, Josh Rosen out there. Because if Jimmy goes down too soon, you're not going to bring him out there. Trey's going to have to still wait. And then we got to go through Sudfeld, Rosen. And the 49ers going to be, maybe that's why we got so many running backs. we're just
Yeah.
running the ball, guys. That's all we're going to do until
Yep.
one of these guys is ready. Oh, God, that'd be scary. Nah, it's not going to happen.
Yeah.
We're going to be healthy.
But I hope Raheem Mostert, teaches our running backs a little, more stuff.
Yeah.
And our tight end that we just got, I hope Kittle teaches him how to break off tackles
You
and
know,
gain yardage
yeah,
as we do that.
It's hard to teach that stuff, you know. 'Cause, you got to
Yeah.
have that in you already. Charlie Warner, I want to see it. He's a tough guy, Gene. He runs down the field dragging bodies. I like my tight end that can drag people. Just drag them. I mean, have them screaming for their mom. I mean, this is the kind of guy that Charlie Warner needs more carries this year. He's a good wide receiver as well. We could see a lot more of him this year. Maybe that's why the 49ers says there's no need to add another tight end. Yeah, it could be it. So
Yeah, I feel like Kittle is just too overpowered. I don't think we need a new tight end. But another thing is, if we go against the Patriots in the Super Bowl, I feel like that's going to be a good. That's probably going to be a good battle to see who's better, Trey Lance or I forgot his name because I don't care about him. But yeah.
hey, the Patriots, they're scary. I'm going to admit it. That team
Yeah,
from
but
top to
they are.
bottom of that roster is just stacked. It looks like a Pro Bowl team.
Yeah.
Okay, that's all right. We can deal with them. Strategy. That's all
Yeah.
you need.
Yep.
We'll see. You just got to be
I
healthy.
hope our team. Yep, I hope our team just comes back. Same thing as 2019. I hope we just get everything together.
Mm-hmm.
We can go to the Super Bowl, at least make it to the playoffs, and let's try to make it to the Super Bowl, baby.
That's it. Because you know what? I believe Shanahan can outcoach Arians. I really know that for sure. It's just a matter of can we bring all the guys to that NFC Championship game? And Seahawks fans, I see you in the chat. Don't say nothing. And listen,
Oh,
I
yeah,
don't want to see anything
too.
said about the LGBTQ community. That'll get you blocked. All right, watch it. We don't have any racism or prejudice in here. But go ahead, Gene.
Yeah, all I see is Seahawks fans up in here. All
I
of
know
fun.
they're
I'm pretty
refugees.
sure we can. I hope.
Yeah,
Now with this new team.
Yeah, their defense is suspect. Don't worry about it, Gene. Their time is up. It was up last year. We just got hurt. All right.
Yeah.
Gene, we're gonna go. I'll let's see you Monday Night Raw. All right.
Yeah.
Night film. And
Bye.
49ers. Oh, good night, Gene. 49ers Ultimate Report. Ambry Thomas is also a great kick return. Great. I know he's probably going to be the guy. Great hands, and took a 99-yard TD return at college. Okay, that sounds like something solid on the resume. And JMJP 14-3 with Trey and JG. That has a nice rhyme to it. 14-3 with Trey and JG. Hey, Lee.
Yo, what up, Ronbo?
Hey. Well, Lee, now that it's all settled, everybody's dying to hear your assessment of this draft. Give a little reasoning as to what happened. And, yeah.
Yeah, it was an okay draft, Ronbo. I'm a realist, so I'm gonna keep it real.
I only
feel
gave
like
him a
most
B
people
myself. So,
Yeah, I had a C plus. Most people had a B or a C. But I think it is because Ronbo, as fans, we thought we had bigger needs in certain areas like wide receiver, like I think some people have said tonight. And also we waited to get the corner. I told you Ambry Thomas is a good player,
yeah.
but I felt like there was just better talent on the board, especially round 2, Ronbo, when you had Asante Samuel there, like edge rushers like Aziz. These are first round talent guys. Terrence Marshall at LSU, the receiver. There was Deommodore Brown, Rondale Moore. There was just so much talent there, and I felt we reached a bit there for the guard. I think it's going to be good though, in terms of we've needed that right guard for a long time. Yeah, I've been talking to you about it for years, Romero, about how we need to get a right guard in there. We've had guys like Pearson and Brunskill, and we've moved Brunskill around, and we never really got that real good right guard, especially a good pass protecting guard. So that's what he's good at. That's the benefits of this pick. And you can see they would have said, we need to protect our quarterback. That's probably been one of the weaker positions over the last 4 years, our right guard. So they went there and they got the right guard. To me, it was more so just about talent on the board, like best player available. I didn't really like, we passed up on some real talented players there, but he's going to fill a big need. And they've obviously went need there over best player available.
And we get in that position every year, Lee. I really wish, like you're saying, could we get the BPA? We rarely get the BPA. We get the guy that we most need. And that's just really, it's no telling what we could have gotten in the last 2-3 years. But go ahead.
Yeah, and I think like as fans, we always want the sexy pick or the guy we think is going to be a pro bowler or an all-pro or be this real special talent. And this guy will probably be a starter. He'll come in day one. I feel like he's going to win the position at right guard, but he's a second-round pick, so he'll fill a big need there. Then we went on and we got Trey Sermon. Trey Sermon's a big name in college football. I think that excited a lot of our fans because they've seen him, in the playoffs and at Ohio State. He had some huge games, yeah. And he's going to make some big plays. I feel like, you probably provide that once we punch now with Mostert, I think, like I said the other night. And he'll make some big plays. The only thing I worry about from though, Ronbo, is injuries. He's really physical back and he's had a lot of injuries. So I hope he's not one of those guys that we see come in, have some big plays in the first 2-3 years and then he fades out. I hope he can keep it going. We drafted that other running back late. And a lot of people were like, well, we drafted 2 running backs there, Ronbo. Like, I remember doing my mock with you. And I drafted a running back, and everyone was like, "We're not going to draft running backs," and we drafted 2 this year. So
Lee did
that
it
shows
again.
you how important it is. Yeah,
Not
and
only
how
one.
much Kyle's valuing the
It
run
goes
game.
against what they've done, though, Lee. Like, it surprised a lot of people. Not you, of course, but still, that was weird.
Oh yeah, the second one did surprise me, Ronbo, because I didn't expect us to go 2. I thought we might definitely go receiver, but we picked up a receiver in UDFA, Austin Watkins. He's pretty good, Ron, but he's actually a lot like Bourne. I think you're going to like him, especially if he makes the roster and he beats out the other guys. I don't think there's a lot of guys for him to beat out. You got Richie James there who'll make the squad with who we've got, I think. I don't know if Sanu will make it. He didn't cut it last year, Rombo, so I don't know if he's going to make it. But that guy, Austin Watkins, I think you'll like him. He's real similar to Bourne. He's got great hands. I think he had 1 drop in 3 years. I heard another guy talking about him a few weeks ago. And, he really liked him. And that's why I first seen him. So I feel like the UDFAs, we had a really good, some good talent there, Rombo. Also, Justin Hilliard, the Ohio State linebacker. He was a top recruit, but he's just faced a lot of injuries throughout his whole career.
Lee,
And
Austin Walker, has he got speed? Is
yeah,
that the
I
one you
think
just
he's
mentioned?
a high 4.4, low 4.5 guy. Like he's like a 4.5 flat, maybe 4.4,
Okay.
8, 4.49. Yeah, but he's got size too, and I think he's 6'2", and he's got great hands. You'll like him because he's a bigger target. Yeah,
Right.
and he's the type of guy that he could be consistent, and that's what we had in Bourne, but he's got more size. So we got him, and then also the other picks. I wasn't sure. I didn't know the guy Jaylon Moore, but obviously we've gone out and got more O-line to help protect the line. He's obviously not happy with the guys he's drafted over the last few years, like guys like School and McKivitz. So they've gone and added more depth there. And then you've also got that. The running back surprised me, Rombo. The last one, he's really
Elijah?
He's a 4-3 guy.
Yeah, I just found out about that.
He reminds me a lot of Mostert in a lot of ways. He's a 3-down guy too. So that's going to be really great competition in training camp this year is the running backs. So that'll be good. And I like Hafuanga too, Ronbo, the one out of USC, the safety.
Everybody does. How you not going to like that guy, man? I can't wait to see. I bet he ends up playing a lot this year too. Lee, we're going to run out of time. We'll see you on Monday.
Yeah.
All right,
Tongan Power, USC, let's go.
There you go.
Next up, Hafuanga. Later on.
Yeah. Have a great day, Lee. Oh, God. And big boy in the wings. Hey, Robert, why did the Rams not draft a single offensive lineman? Because of the Rams. Rudy, this is going to be so much more fun. Big boy Louis using my material. Mrs. Moses' baby boy is ready to eat. Oh, how hungry can he be? Small bear. Jordan Barrett. Thomas was a first-round prospect, but opted out in 2020. Yep. So, Hey, Charles, come on in, man. Yeah, Big X says Austin Watkins is underrated. He's going to have to fight in the wide receiver group. Let me look at these guys. We got Justin Hillard from Ohio State, linebacker. Maybe that's who Justin was just talking about. That's why Justin likes him. He has the same name. Josh Pedroza. Let me just go quickly down through those guys until somebody answers the phone. Josh Peterson, Louisiana. Monroe, that's a tight end. Linebacker Elijah Sullivan. And I just mentioned, we just talked about UAB, Austin Watkins, wide receiver. So, yeah. Listen, who is that we just got? Santana!
What's up, Ronbo? How you doing, man?
Santana, man, we're just looking back at now the dust is all settled. UDFA's running into the locker room and are getting situated. And, it's almost time to get the show on the road. Yeah, we're giving out grades today, though. Did you appreciate this draft? What some things you did not appreciate? You giving John and Kyle any good grade this year, or what's going on with you as far as this draft goes?
It was, for me, man, I think it was a solid year for them in the draft. I think they did. For me, I think they did great. They addressed everything they needed to address: a quarterback, O-line, and obviously, probably people want wide receivers, but I mean, at the end of the day, we run first. You know what I'm saying?
But
And I think that
we got so
Kyle,
many wide receivers too. I mean, we got so many.
yeah, we
Jalen
still got
Hurd.
Juwan Jennings and Jalen Hurd. Yeah,
Rumor here that he's ready to play. Jawan Jennings.
yeah.
We got tough guys.
And then we got that guy. What's his name? Benjamin. What's his name again?
Travis.
Travis Benjamin.
Until somebody brings up his name, I always forget about him. We got him.
And then Kevin White.
He
Still got Kevin White.
Didn't let him play last year. If
No.
he ain't gonna play last year,
But,
he definitely
yeah.
gonna play this year.
Yeah, but we have wide receivers, But I think what it is that they went with 2 running backs this year because I think that if we look at last year how we lost, Jimmy G, and then we were stuck with Mullins and C.J. Beathard, and then Raheem Mostert going down, and then what's his name, Wilson going down, and it just came down to Jermichael Hasty and
don't forget Tevin Coleman. He was out for a while.
He was yeah. So I think what it was is like I think they don't want to lose a beat in the running game if let's say for whatever reason Raheem Mostert and Wilson go down. The new additions can pick it up like Elijah Mitchell and what's the new running back we got?
Trey Sermon.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Trey. Yeah. So, I mean, I think that's what it really comes down to. They don't want to lose a heartbeat on the running back, and they just want to keep it going.
And we got
and I mean, at the end of the day,
Giants,
it's going to
too.
benefit.
Yeah, all these guys.
Yeah, and at the end of the day,
legit.
and definitely legit. And at the end of the day, I mean, Trace, that guy just cuts in and then he's gone inside the pocket,
Elijah.
So
yeah, it's 4-3.
So
I want to see him and Mostert out having foot races. That'd be funny to watch. Hey, you guys cannot pull a muscle though. If you're betting on money, no money bets because you guys will pull a muscle. Because these guys run so fast, their body can't handle it.
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, too, Ronbo, I mean, it's going to benefit either Jimmy G or Trey Lance, So the run game, and it's just going to make their job easier. So the more guys that you have that are studs, the better, So that's and then the O line too, man. We got Moore and what's the other guy's name again?
Aaron Banks.
I mean.
Yeah.
They beefed up the O line this year.
He's a real live right guard, and that's what we need because Brunskill is good.
Yeah,
can't disrespect him. And when we play the Rams, I want Brunskill to start, but everybody else, put Brunskill on the shelf and have him stand by because these guys go down quick. So.
So I mean, they're all good additions. I think we just addressed what we needed to, and I think next year we'll be fine this year coming up, Ronbo. I really feel like we will. So I mean, would you give him Ronbo? Would you give him a B? Or
I gave him a B.
I think I heard you say a B.
I gave a B. Solid B.
Yeah, exactly. That's how I feel too. Solid B. Yeah, and then we can give him a different grade once the season starts, and then we'll see.
True.
You know what I'm saying? So
we got to see this guy's play. Too early actually to give grades, but just because it's over.
Yeah. But yeah, Ronbo. I mean, it was definitely one of these drafts that it was a crazy draft. As a fan, you know what I'm saying? The build up to it, and then
the lies
and then it was
being told
crazy, man. Yeah, man. A lot of people losing their mind. I was losing my mind, But at the end of the day, we got the guy we wanted, man. We got the Ferrari, so let's go.
Yeah, I can't wait, man.
For now, they're gonna park it in the garage, keep it nice and shiny, and when they need to, they're gonna pull it out.
Tell you, Richard Sherman still hanging around. Do you bring him back for the veteran minimum?
Absolutely, man. That guy can teach these youngsters some good knowledge in the cornerback position. You know what I'm saying?
Valuable leadership.
He's definitely a good teacher.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
All right, Phil. We're gonna go, and I'll see you Monday night Raw. All right.
All right.
All right,
Ronbo. You have a good one, man.
You too.
Yeah.
Thanks, Antenna. And I say, hey, Bob Merck, happy Saturday to you, sir. I think everyone blood pressure is back to normal now. Ooh, man. Forget about it. It's Niner Mike. Mike.
Forget about it, Ronbo. What's going on over here?
Hey, now, Mike, man, we're done with all that madness that's been going on for a month. And here we are, Mike. Now we sit back and we
Right?
assess.
It's a little more relaxed over here, Ronbo. It's a little more even keel over here when everyone's calling in now. You definitely could tell a difference. And hey, shout out to the faithful. I've been watching over here. You guys been giving it good to the sea scum bum. The little prick.
Coming in here
I don't
talking
even understand
trash.
why they talk. See, I don't get it, Ronbo. I really don't get it. We was giving them a hard time with Nick Mullins and C.J. Beathard, for Christ's sakes. I mean, we're gonna pay them back for every penny. Trust me, every blood pressure percentage that gone up since Russell Wilson's taken over there. We're gonna make them pay
It goes back a lot
for
of
all
years.
of it. All right?
Yeah.
That's right, Ronbo. So they can laugh it up. But I can't wait to watch my boy Trey Day over there start plowing sea scum cornerbacks over to get me in some of that. It's gonna be pretty good, Ronbo. But anyways, hey, I thought it was a pretty solid third day, and the steal I think of the day is gonna be Hafuanga. That guy, I think he's gonna be really, really good, Ronbo. If he could stay healthy.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, if he could stay healthy, I really like his instincts. Really like the way that he really like the way that he plays the game, Ronbo. And I know that they said he was training with Troy Polamalu supposedly since the end of the season for them. So he's going to get to work on some things with him, and I really do. I like his instincts. And I like his knack for the football. He's always around the football, and when he gets a shot, he seems like he knows how to get the football, catch the football, grab the football, strip the football. So I like players that can do that. That to me translates very well to the NFL. Guys that are really good, with the football. And I got to say, I see the same thing from the Ambry Thomas kid. He's got that same, and I think. I didn't realize he was a returner over there for them at Michigan too, Ronbo. So I think that kind of maybe helps out in that regard and keeps Debo off the field for those situations, because I think Shanny realized that as much as he likes to have Brandon Ayuk out there and Debo out there, we can't risk those guys getting hurt on a stupid friggin' punt return for 10 or 15 yards, Ronbo.
Yeah.
You know
And
what I
Richie
mean?
James,
Especially if they're going to be 1 and 2.
And we haven't even signed Richie yet, have we? Is Richie James even signed? Oh, no. Somebody said his contract hasn't expired yet.
Yeah, no, he's still look, I think, honestly, Ronbo, listen, I really think that this was probably the perfect year for them to not get a wide receiver in the draft, for them not to waste any draft capital on a receiver. Reason being is we actually got so many unknowns of guys that have been unknown, and I think it fits well for guys like Jalen Hurd. I think that's a positive. The fact that we didn't get a wide receiver may speak volumes to where he's at in his rehab and whatnot. So, I think that's going to be a big deal. And look, if the Notre Dame kid, I wanted a cornerback too, Ronbo, just like you. You know what I mean?
But I like that.
I really was. And I wanted a cornerback like you. You wanted a receiver a little bit more than I did personally, because I felt like we had some guys. Yeah, well, I want to see how the Benjamin kid is, Ronbo. You know what I mean? We never got to see him.
Yeah, no, Travis, I always forget about him. I like to say, forget about him. I was dead.
Forget about it. So look, I think he's gonna get a shot finally, and I think we might be pleasantly surprised with the rotation we got going through the slot, Ronbo. Yeah. I think they're gonna get a nice little rotation in there, and it's gonna be just fine. Yeah. So that's my and if I got to applaud them for going after a real pass protecting offensive lineman, Ronbo. Yeah. And the bonus is the guy's a mauler too. You know what I mean? He's a mauler too. You watch his film, and he likes to get on people, and he's a big guy.
He's a chef.
So the fact that he could actually and the fact that he could actually friggin' pass protect Ronbo, I think is huge because we needed a couple of those guys, particularly right there in the middle, so
especially
the
next to
quarterback
Mike.
could step up into the throw. You know what I mean, Ronbo?
I'm whispering in his ear too. Coach, I'm whispering in his ear, and keep an eye on Mike for me, will you? Because you know, Mike, if you see him stumbling and falling and his feet getting all tangled up, be alert. Jesus.
Yeah, definitely. So I think it's going to be fun. I think having an abundance of running backs is the right call. I think that the way that we go through them, it's a ground and pound style of offense, and then turn right around with the play action, Ronbo. That's what we do.
That's the way it works.
So it's gonna be epic. I'm gonna give the draft grade a B+, Ronbo.
All right.
And it would have been an A. It would have been an A- if we would have got us one of those top tier corners. All right. Yeah. It would have been an A-,
right.
But I'm gonna give them a solid B+. All right.
All right. I know they appreciate it too.
Right.
All right, Mikey. I'll see you Monday
All
night
right,
Raw, bro.
Ronbo.
All right, fam.
Monday Night Raw, definitely. I appreciate you. And Seahawks fans, you better be careful out there because the next news story might be Alden Smith and Pete Carroll smoking crack rocks outside the practice facility, all right? So you better watch it over there before something really breaks. Don't be talking on here to the faithful because you get smacked up real quick, all right? Forget about it, Ronbo. You have a good night. I'll talk up with you later, all right?
You too, Mike.
Forget about it. All right.
Night, fam. It'd be Russell Wilson that would go call the police. Russ is probably still not happy about that situation. I got no offensive linemen. They still didn't give me no damn offensive linemen. Bunob. I love it. But hey, really, really like the running backs pick up with our Niners. Sermon needed Punisher. I know that's what I like of it. I said, we got another tough guy, especially with our inability to punch in to the inside. Watch some footage of Mitchell. Oh boy, fast with vision. Oh man, those kind of guys. When they make a cut, it's like if you didn't pay attention, you missed it. Whoa! How did he get over there quick? Forget. Stop running, y'all. Don't chase him. You're embarrassing yourself. I want to be able to say that. Especially when we play the Hawks and Rams. Thanks for that contribution, fam. Let him say it. Norman, get in here. Norman, audio.
And
yes,
we get all that out the way. It's Niners all day.
Yeah. Norm,
and they almost got an A. And they almost got an A.
How come you didn't get one?
Because they was real close to A-. It's right on the A- B+, strong, solid B+, B+ cusp. You feel me? They right in there. They right in that area right there. You feel me? And that's going the B+, the strong B+ I got for now is like the immediate reaction. The A-, the strong A- might come later. We don't see it down the road.
I know we got to give him a little time. Exactly. I agree.
So, we already talked about Trey Lance. I know I said that when I first came on, so I ain't going to spend too much time on that. I want to talk about Aaron Banks because y'all know my strong concern was right here in this where it got down to the dirty.
And don't you are you over there in the El Cerrito, Richmond area? No, are you Stockton?
No, I live in the Valley. I live in Central Valley, Stockton, Sacramento, Modesto.
Okay.
Northern San Joaquin Valley, where the best crops are grown. Anyway, so speaking of good crops, you know who's going to eat real good? Aaron Banks, this big boy right here. I know the Seahawks and the Rams. The Seahawks were mad because we got Aaron Banks. Because I was like, even when the Niners drafted down, they still got this guy. And I was so scared that the Seahawks were trying to go up and get this guy.
Yeah,
but we got him.
You know, Russell Wilson's mad.
Yeah, he mad. He's like, how Jimmy Garoppolo and Trey Lance get this guy, get protected by this guy, and I'm protected by Sierra, by my wife. That's the only person that protected me.
We go get you, Russie. Go get you. Bam.
Oh my goodness. They mad about that. Then I mean he's solid, bro. that's gonna be a guy that's like, I'm like, cool. You put him right next to Trent Williams, man. Ain't nobody getting over there. Ain't nobody getting through that.
Well,
it's impossible.
He's gonna be between Alex Mack and Trent, and then he's gonna be, and he's going. Well, unfortunately,
and Alex Mack, you put him right next to Alex Mack. Either way, I was so happy about that because Alex Mack coaching right. That's hands-on training. Hey, he gonna get him the taps. Give him the taps. Take the taps. He gonna tap in.
Do that. I love. Norm, you point. I love when they do that. It's like wake up, wake up. Three.
Trey Sermon. Yeah. Trey Sermon. Let's give him. We're gonna pray for these Seahawks defense, the Cardinals defense, and any other defenses that we got with, because they're gonna get a fresh sermon. You feel me? If you don't want to deal with Mostert and you don't want to deal with Jeff Wilson, we got a sermon for you, and we're gonna turn to the next verse. That's gonna end this curse that this Niners is going through in the running back game. You feel me? Who is gonna be the guy? Now we can have Now we have multiple weapons in the running back position. A strengthened, a fully loaded running back position is great.
Ain't no wimps.
Ambry Thomas. Now, when the our division rivals, they all three of them back to back got wide receivers, good wide receivers, ankle breakers. Like you have to have some strong ankles to defend these guys. And I was really worried about that. What are the 49ers? Are they going to get some good? And they got Ambry Thomas. And he's good. His ankles are strong enough to return punts too. That's what I've been hearing. Okay, that's cool. All right. Then Jaylon Moore. He cool. I got to check out his highlights, more of his highlights. But he's like another big boy though. But it's the athleticism that they want. Now it's gonna add some depth to that tackle position. They got the cornerback from Oregon. They did get a cornerback from Oregon.
Which worries me, Norm. Hey, where did? Oh no. Actually, a Spoon came from Washington. Okay, never mind.
He's an heir. He can be an heir apparent to K1. He's good on the slot. You feel me? That he'll be all right on the slot. But that safety they got from USC is fire though. He's gonna be cool. When they went and got him, I was like, all right, cool. Yeah. I was like, all right. They know what they. All right. I was kind of like it was sigh of relief. I was like, whoo, they and he kind of like that was John Lynch doing that. I think because he kind of got.
Yeah, it was. Yeah. He would have been like a second round at the worst had he not been injured. I think there are concerns about his injuries. But
it's like Kittle. Kittle, it's like the fifth round. This is why I like the fifth round, because you get these guys that really know.
Yes, we did it again. Fifth round is the magic pick for the 49ers. Right. Absolutely right. I forgot about that.
And Eli Mitchell is dope. Eli Mitchell, everybody talk about him being on the practice, and that's another strength to the running back position, because it's like, when we had Jermichael Hasty and Elijah Mitchell, they said he fast. I heard somebody say he fast. He run a 4.33 and a 40 or something like that.
Oh man, hey,
he's one of them raging. He one of them raging cages, man.
I know. Right, you forgot about Lenoir though in the fifth round. All three of these fifth round picks, it could be this man. Lenoir is that dude come talk about you either hyena or the prey. I'm the hyena.
Yeah, a real strong B minus, a real strong B plus for the draft, right. But it's right in that A minus area, and that'll show up. That'll show his face.
Later on, we can see these guys. Norm, we got to roll. Monday Night Raw. Norm, we cannot do without you. Can I see you then?
Seahawks fans are chickens. Mew.
All up.
And I don't care what y'all say. It's Niners all day.
Come on, guys. Get them Hawks out of here. No, go in there and work them a little bit. I don't know what they're doing. Tell me they're taking over. Norm, have a great night.
Boo them, man. Boo those guys.
I gotta have Storm and Norm. Hey, Jay. Yo, Jay. Ellis. Are we back to Jay? Wait. Jay?
Hello?
There you are. Jay, come on in, man. We're sitting there going over, raking through the ashes and checking things out, man. Looking at the draft. Jay, we're looking for assessments today. How do you feel about this draft? You okay? And give me a grade.
I think we did good. I was wishing that we got a pass rusher later in the round. But
You
I
know,
think we did really good. We addressed the
yeah, we didn't get
offensive line.
didn't get a pass
Huh?
rusher. I just realized you're right. We didn't get a pass rusher. We got a lot
Yeah.
though already on the roster.
Yeah, we got a lot. I just feel like if we would have got that pass rusher, that kind of could have took some pressure off Nick Bosa.
Well, you got Ibokum over there, and maybe D Ford is gonna come off a vacation, and maybe he's gonna play this year. Then we got a couple other guys. Barrett. We got a lot of guys actually.
Yeah, we do, but
Ronnie Blair is back. I don't know how
Ford
strong
didn't
he's
play
feeling.
all last year. What did he play? One game? What did he play?
I know.
I ain't even got.
Boy.
I don't have no faith in him.
If
You know,
people
that's
talk
what
about
I'm saying.
Jimmy robbing money, D is
Correct.
D is he could be brought taken to court. My God.
Right.
D.
That's what I'm saying. Like, okay, if you're gonna do that to Jimmy, you need to do that to D Ford.
I
Like,
know,
ain't
right?
that.
God, D.
Right, because you know.
And like one dude, Fable, old Jalari was right there too. Right there. John! Oh! Okay,
Right.
you know what? Maybe they think he can't beat out the guys who got in camp. We'll see.
Right. So, but I give it to him, and I don't know, man. I'll say either a B plus, because I think that lineman from Notre Dame, he look like he's gonna be solid. Big dude.
Oh, Banks.
6'5", 330, yes.
And
So
he's got a nasty attitude out there. I like that. He's not Richie
that's what I'm
Incognito,
saying.
but he still looks like he likes to come on in here. I'm waiting on you, said the spider
Right.
to the fly.
And I think, our offensive line is going to be nice. And then I like the running back that we got. I think, he don't have most of the speed, but, that's a good, change of pace. And I think we did good. I think we invested some needs this year and in the future. So, we needed this because we done traded two first rounders. So, and a third.
You got to make sure you get a guy in there that can protect your first round pick and everybody
right.
else.
And then exactly. So, overall, I think we did good. And I think, but I was really hoping that we got a pass because, we got to face, some quarterbacks in our division. So I thought we was going to address that need because of D4, but that wasn't the case. I'm glad we addressed the secondary. So that's, if we'd have got that pass rush, I would have given us an A+.
But I think the 49ers are looking at the pass rushers that are available this year. Maybe they looked at these guys really close and they may not see any grade up from what we already have. I'm guessing at that, but I'm thinking that's what they're thinking. So that may be the reason.
They probably was, and then it was probably the need. I mean, the people that they really, really liked, and when they got, when they got to the person that they wanted, they went in and snatched them up. So,
because you got Ambry,
I think they did.
And that had to be done when they did it, actually, because you cannot drop into the round. Embry's actually better than what the reason his stock wasn't any higher is because he was another guy that took the COVID time off. So a lot of guys lost ranking because of that.
He's from Michigan, and I got to see him play. He's really solid corner. I think that that's going to be. I think we got this secondary sold up. Hopefully, if we could sign Richard Sermon, get him on a veteran deal.
I know, Sherm. Quit clowning, Sherm. You know you want to play for the Niners. Get back here and play for that vet minimum. You know they're going to put incentives in there. Yeah. So.
Right. And I think he owed us from last year for missing so many games. What did he miss, like 8 games? So,
Sherm, he missed more than 8 games. Sherm played
that's
week 1, and we didn't see him until week 13 or 14.
Oh, see,
Over a high sure what kind of calves you got all of a sudden. So yeah, that was strange.
That's what I'm saying. Well, we kind of need is Brian. His athleticism is almost gone. So we really just need him for his knowledge of the game and his head really.
Yeah, and
get these
leadership.
Boys,
yeah, because
leadership and get basically. So we kind of need him to come and kind of help our boys out.
Well, Jay, we're going to see you Monday Night Raw because we out of time, and have a great weekend, fam.
All right, thank you, Ronbo.
All right, night.
You have a good night. Man.
You too. Thanks, Jay. And Alyssa.
Ronbo.
Now this. You okay? The kids and everything? You okay to go now?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right. So, Alice, we're looking for grades tonight, assessments, and things that you might have done different. How do you feel about the guys? Banks, right now, Banks, and, of course, Hafuanga.
Talanoa.
All the love. But, what, anything else? Running backs are getting a little bit of taste of love, even though people are saying, how the hell are we getting all them running backs? But there was a good reason for that, Alice, do you think, or not?
Man, you know what? I'm gonna give it a B minus.
Not even being a B minus, close to a C.
Yeah, well, I would say solid B, but I'm just saying a minus. I'm only throwing a minus in there, just because we didn't get any of those speed players that was even towards the end. Marquez Stevenson.
Oh.
Marquez Stevenson from out of Houston. I've been talking about. There was guys in the 6th round that we could, late in the 5th and 6th round that we could have got. They had Shi Smith that was, that played with Debo. It was a lot of receivers towards the end, man. There's several of them that, we could have tried. At least one of those could have got snatched up. But again, I looked at it, and it was basically like what we did last year. And I kind of said we were going to leave out of there with about 7 or 8 players at the most, because we were going to, do some things, and that's what ended up happening. I say we needed 2 linemen. We were going to get 2 linemen and 2 corners.
We did that,
and I think I even brought up a safety, and we did that. And I remember bringing up Talanoa, Hafuanga, months back, and so I'm glad we got him, man, because when I seen his film and how he swarms to the ball, how fast and active he is, he reminded me of Troy Polamalu and a lot of other people. That's what he's, and that's who he's been training with. So it's really convenient. Hopefully, whatever's going on with him physically, he can be able to overcome, so we can, be able to count on him, because that, it'd be real nice to, do some things with him. Kyle was even saying something like a hybrid guy, like even in like for, linebacker and, stuff like that. So they could do some exciting things with him, like with Fred and him, and vice versa. So D'Amico's going to have a good time with, with him. And those 2 corners, I think it's Deommodore, or if I'm not saying his name right, the guy from Oregon, he looked real solid. Some solid picks, of course, Trey and Talanoa made it, kind of, made it for me. And just because those were guys that I was looking at, and a lot of us had been talking about and seeing and stuff like that. I know we all were kind of a little disappointed at just certain particular picks, but that Raging Cajun running back, I didn't know he got that much faster. I seen him when he was talking. He said he lost some more weight too, so he's going to be faster than whatever he was when he ran that that unofficial 4.3.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he might actually even be faster when he comes back. Yeah, he did. So he trimmed down even. Yeah, because he was bigger on the tape. That's why I was like, damn, why did I? But the tape that I was seeing was old film of him, and he was just a tad bit slower, but he's still big, fast, and great in the pass, the pass catching and down the field. So I'm glad we got him. That was actually a gem. So I was actually excited with him. Yeah. I heard Sermon's got some injury issues, so if he can come through healthy, man, he can. He's a bruiser back. I know without Tevin and kind of just the stuff going on with our backs with the injuries. Somebody was trying to make it sound like something's going on with Mostert or, whatever. Hopefully there's no trades or nothing going on, because I heard that something about Mostert was only supposed to get like $400K or something this year, and that his agent could ask for a trade or something like that, because that just may not be enough money for him. And I don't know.
Sign a deal last year, Wasn't that last year that he got signed that deal?
Man, I hopefully whatever it was that I was hearing earlier on a different channel, you know, it was a Niners channel, the guy was talking about that, but I was just like, hopefully, I just hope that there's no issue in the running back room. You know what I mean? Hopefully that doesn't never.
Most just signed that deal last year. He's not. That's not right.
Yeah, I just wanted another receiver, Ronbo. That's all. I mean, you know, look at what the Cardinals and the Rams and everybody was doing back to back, and then you know, Eshridge got taken. All of these players, man, were getting taken right from up under us. I was just like, damn. I just wish we could have got a little more active, you know, in those rounds, at least getting some of those players even towards the end. But that lineman, I knew we were going to need the line reinforced. Yeah, the line was a must, family. You know. Yeah, we got to get that protection. And I actually found one of the shows a few months back where I had brought up Trey Lance, and you were confused. You thought I was saying Trevor Lawrence. It was funny because I didn't get a chance to say, no, Ronbo, I'm talking about Trey Lance. And I had actually said that we'll probably be able to utilize him like, you know, like Taysom Hill in New Orleans and all that. But I found a video, and I sent you the clip. It was just funny because I've been trying. I was like, I know I brought that boy up before, but I sent it to you last year, Trey Lance, last year, fam, in May. So I'm just thankful that we got him, and I can't wait to see what we do. I just can't wait.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Trey is like, yeah. I mean, he's getting everybody's vote.
The truth.
It's just too bad he didn't play in 2020. But you know what? With the way he plays, it's okay.
We probably wouldn't have got him. Yeah, we might not have got him. We might not have got him. He might have went up and got first, or got taken second over Zach Wilson. If he would have got another year in, you know what I mean? Yeah. They would have had more things to measure. But I think he's going to be, you know, real close, if not the best out of all of them in the outcome. I'm not going to take nothing away from those other guys. Hopefully, you know, they all do very well. But I can't wait.
Ellis. Tell you what we're going to do then. Let's see you Monday night. Appreciate that input as per usual.
Yes, sir. Hopefully we get some more unrestricted free agents, maybe another one or two. You know, that would be good. I know Baron Browning was a linebacker I wanted out of Ohio State, but we got that other guy. I didn't get a chance to see him. But, yeah, shout out to you, Brother Ronbo. Make sure y'all hit the like and subscribe. And, you know, shout out to all the good people, respectable, you know, ladies and gentlemen in the chat. All the rest of y'all know what it is.
He ain't talking to you. All right.
Well, that's why I said all the rest of y'all know what it is. Anyway, peace, my brother.
I got you, fam. See you Monday. Here's Ellis. All right. So, wait, with the Hawks fans, you know what? Don't feed the trolls. Let's just blank them out for a minute. Let them go for a few minutes, and if they get outrageous, attack them. Hey, Tony. Let's see where Ellis Raheem Mostert is getting abused. I was hey, Tony, come on in, man. We're looking at the final day of action at the NFL draft, where everybody can chill out now and relax. And you know those naps you might want to take on a Saturday or Sunday afternoon? You can take it now and feel real good. Because, Tony, it's been rough for a month. Gosh.
Yeah, I'm a little bit more happier than I was the first draft night. We did fill all our needs except running back.
Tony, I got to tell you, you're the only guy in the entire fan base community around the world that is not happy with Kyle Pitts. Tony, that makes you special, though. I love it.
I'm starting to lighten up to it, Ronbo. I just, you know, we could have traded that pick and got a couple of multiple second rounders. You know.
No, you're right.
Yeah, they were talking about a quarterback. We could have got a first rounder for next year to give us two, so we can get a quarterback next year.
You're right. Somebody would have gave you a first round pick for that pick for number 4 too. It's pretty funny. I feel you on that though, because you're a guy who was realistic about building your team. And you didn't need Kyle Pitts. You got plenty of offensive power. So, yeah.
We got tight end Hayden Hurst, who's a former first-round pick. But now we got to – I'm trying to look at it from a philosophical side. Well, hey, maybe now Julio won't get doubled.
Yeah, see. You know. Better not. because you can change Pitts into a wide receiver. He's not the best blocker, from what I understand. Put him as look at a wide out at that. Oh, Lord have mercy. You start lining him up outside or in the slot, he's going to hurt somebody. Man, we got to play all this.
But if you keep him at a tight end, you got the 2 tight end, 2 wide receiver offense.
Yeah.
That's scary, too.
Yeah.
Hurst on one side on the line, Pitts on the other, then Ridley and Julio. Yeah.
The versatility is endless. Hey, Saints, y'all in trouble, man.
Ronbo. I was telling our fan base, I said it's time for the Aints to break back out the paper bags. Remember
that? Those are the good old days. I used to love to see
that.
Sir. I mean, you spend your money to come all the way to the stadium to put a bag on top of your head. I used to cry and laughing. I said, I could stay at home if I'm a Saints. How much that ticket cost, man? Come on, man. You came all the way down to put a bag on your head.
That was comedy at its finest. But congratulations to you and your team, Ronbo. You guys filled a lot of needs.
Yeah.
Got 2 cornerbacks in the draft.
Yeah. We those 2 fourth-round picks of the Rams, I do question that a little bit. I do like the running backs we got, but we Tevin Coleman's gone. The Jet didn't work out, so we might as well get a premier college back. And, Bobby Turner and Kyle Shanahan can do things with UDFAs. They can for sure do something with these 2 guys. So and Elijah, boy, that Raging Cajun, boy, that boy can move. I didn't know he was a 4-3. I didn't know he was a 4-3.
I've seen him play. He's good. He's really good. And you can put him in the slot as a receiver.
Gonna do it too. And the thing is, you talk about bringing new meaning to the stretch. That boy coming around the corner and hit that one step, boom, I'm gonna put him and Raheem on jet sweeps. They're gonna be versing back and forth all day. And Debo gonna be involved in that too. Oh, the weaponry.
And don't forget Ayuk deep.
See, Ayuk.
Brandon Ayuk.
That boy's got skills. Shannon's got it figured out by now what he's going to do with Ayuk. Because, we already know Debo's job is to hurt people. And Mitchell, they brought him in order to run past people before they can even blink an eye. And, of course, you got Juszczyk moving bodies for all these guys. And George Kittle on the offensive line as well. So, this team is ready to roll. I'm still scared of the Bucs. You know what? I can't wait till you guys play the Bucs. Because the Bucs defense is what was going on last year. People didn't give enough credit. So, yeah.
Yeah, well, our defense, too, like our next to last road game against Kansas City, we lost on 17-14. Our defense balled out. And people are saying that was a blueprint to beat Kansas City. We frustrated Mahomes that day, and we were hitting them.
Hey, my homeboy, y'all they got some people. They got the dude from the Ravens, that big dude. What's his name? Wasn't happy.
Brown.
Yeah. They got the big Brown. Brought him over to Kansas City. I don't know if they're gonna do the other side. I wasn't paying attention to the draft, but yeah, they know Patrick is good, but he's just like anybody else. Tony, if you don't have offensive line to protect these guys, they're going to look pedestrian. That's all there is to it.
Exactly.
I don't care who you are.
Exactly. Yep. And don't forget with you guys, Sanu on third downs around those.
I know you know.
He moves the chains and brings energy.
We was just talking about that and acting like we don't have enough wide receivers. I keep forgetting about the veteran presence of both Sanu and, of course, we got the Benjamin, Travis Benjamin. These guys could be overlooked. We may be making a mistake there. Tony,
are you going to use Travis Benjamin in your return game?
Probably, unless Richie James is going to continue to do that. But Richie James makes people mad. We'll see what Benjamin looks like this year. He's not opting out for COVID. So, Tony, always fun to talk football with you because we go all around the league. I'll be back Monday night. All right.
Yeah, we'll talk about Aaron Rodgers and his whining.
Yes, because it's going to continue with the Monday. Aaron got diva-tude all of a sudden. All right.
Ronbo, I know I got to go. But Aaron Rodgers is selfish. He tried to make it all about him. It was supposed to be about these kids in the draft.
I know. He's still mad about Jordan Love, All right. Tell you, I'll see you,
man.
All right.
Yes, sir.
Oh, God. Hey, Bethel.
Hey, Rumble.
Bethel, we're sitting back here now. We're thinking about this draft. Bethel, was this a good draft for you, and what grade are you going to give it?
All right. one thing that I've seen that people have to figure out is that I always wait to either get mad or get glad, because if I remember, we will get mad early, and in the end we'll be happy because these guys are actually pretty good picks, and you know why they got them. You know, because if you see, all these guys are basically, they can manhandle people. They're brute force. And then plus, if you remember, our defense was one of the top 5 defense. And we're over here bitching about our offense. Our offense is doing terrible. That's why they're beefing up the offense.
Yeah.
Because they don't want it to be like last time where people are getting injured and, you know, we're getting mad at the offense for not doing their job.
Mm-hmm. Agree.
You know, and and then one thing is that if you see the quarterbacks that got drafted, only our quarterback was the only one that got emotional. All the other quarterbacks didn't even care.
Wait, let me think about that for a minute. Well, Trevor Lawrence has had a bad attitude about this whole thing of football to begin with. Zach Wilson, he was kind of happy. It looked like he knew where he was going. But you're right. Only our guy was in tears. That's a good point.
Yeah. Yeah, and then one thing that I seen when one of the other guys that we drafted, a lot of them are versatile. They could do multiple things. Like some of our the ones that we got are CBs, could return kicks. He even said he could even go as a wide receiver. Yeah. I was all like, shit, damn. I remember the Steelers had a guy like that was versatile, that will go all over the place. And he was actually pretty good. Number 10.
I remember that.
I don't remember his name, but he was a really good player because they used him in so much different places. And he was so good in all the places that if anybody ever got injured or something, you put him in there and he'll help you out. Yeah. So, you know, and some of these guys that they're putting up there, you know, you put them in special teams, and if any of them other players get, you know, something happens to them, they could step up and, all right, let's go, you know, and, you know, one of the players, I think that I heard that he tweeted out something, and he said, and I thought it was an emotional thing that, you know, that cool thing that he did, was he goes, oh, my brother, my dream came true. I got drafted by your favorite team. I thought that was pretty cool to see something like that.
And how many guys have said that too? Somebody every year, Javon Kinlaw. Remember last year? He was delighted to go to his favorite team. So yeah, that's a tough thing, you know. And Najee wanted to come to San Francisco too. If he would have got pulled over to San Francisco, he would have been delighted. So yeah.
Yeah, so because I seen a lot of, you know, some people were, Kyle, what are you doing? I think, oh no, actually good pick, because the ones that said good picks are the ones that know about these players, and you know, if you see, you know, what we're doing, you know, basically they're protecting everything for the running game. Because these guys you're not going to be able to move them, and these guys are going to be able to move other people if, you know, so, you know, that's another good thing. So I think, you know, Kyle, you know, had a certain mindset on what they're going to draft.
Right.
And, you know, and they stuck to it, you know, and even though a lot of people didn't like that, you know, we didn't get certain people, but, you know, that's, you know, and plus, you know, you got to think about it. Now all these guys can make it to the roster. They're going to not even make it. So why waste a certain pick on certain players if they're not going to make it?
And you know, Kyle said there were some guys they wanted to get, but they had to go another direction all of a sudden. Because, you know, that happens to everybody in the draft, though, I'm sure. But hey, Bethel, we're going to go. Can I see you Monday Night Raw?
All right. See you Monday.
All right.
Good draft that we had. And, hey, I give it up to you for staying up so long with the draft.
Yeah, yesterday was pretty
I
crazy.
hear like for Rumble Sports.
Thanks,
I know. I
Bevel.
feel it.
I love this stuff. All right, fam. I'll see you Monday night.
All right. See you Monday, Rumble.
Looking forward.
Let's go Niners.
Yes. Hey, Steven.
Hey, Ronbo.
Hey, Steven. We're looking back on it now. We're seeing. Was everything? Was it up to snuff with you? What are you thinking, Steven?
Honestly, I'm glad we got Trey Lance. The two saving graces I could say out of this draft was the Raging Cajun running back, Deommodore Lenoir. I think that's his name.
Yeah, that's him. They're close enough because I'm not sure. I've not heard any announcers pronounce his name yet because I'm trying to figure it out. You could go Google it, but for our purposes, we know who you're talking about.
Yeah, I'm glad we picked him up because I was telling a buddy of mine about him before we even got into the draft. Him and Trey Lance, us picking those guys up and then fortifying our offensive line by getting that guard along with another offensive tackle, that really helps. That really takes off a lot of weight.
But don't forget about Hafuanga. Everybody's got to love Hafuanga. How'd you feel about that move? In the 5th round?
Boy.
Ridiculous.
I know. I'm surprised he was there for that long.
Shoulders.
It's just like it's just like how I thought the running back Chuba Hubbard. I thought he was going to go in the 2nd round because in his 2nd college year he ran for almost 2,000 yards. And he only played 8 games this season for 679 yards or something like that.
Damn. What kind of speed has he got? My God.
I don't remember, but he got picked up by Carolina.
Hey, what conference is he in? Or was he in?
Let me find out real quick. Give me 1 second. I'm going to find that out because I have it right here bookmarked.
Yeah, because see, a lot of times you got to be careful where these guys are running all over people because it might have been, not a real hard thing to do. If you can do that in the SEC, then I got to respect you because you can get your brains beat out in the South.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Because he went to OKC, Oklahoma State. So
that's no cakewalk down there, Jack. Okay, he's legit.
And he went like dead last in the draft. I think they said he went undrafted.
Oh, he's gonna be
for the Carolina Panthers.
Oh, he's gonna be pissed. That's the kind of guy you want. He's probably feeling disrespected, and the Panthers got themselves a running back.
Oh, easily.
Yeah.
And then another guy I wish we picked up that the Chargers picked up, and I'm gonna go ahead and say this right now: the team to look out for, to watch in the AFC this year, besides the Chiefs, is gonna be the Chargers. They picked up a lot of really good people.
Raiders, it ain't about y'all.
I'm telling you, Ronbo, Chargers. And then the one guy I really wanted the 49ers to sign to, believe it or not, was a guy who signed for the Chargers. His name he's also from Oklahoma State. He played with Chuba Hubbard. He's a linebacker that I was hoping that would be a great addition to us. His name is Amen Ogbong Bamiga.
There's a lot of African names this particular year. It was amazing. But go ahead. What about him?
Oh man, that dude's a stud himself. I'm so mad because the Chargers got all these really good players that are really going to highlight their defense and their offense. It's going to make Justin Herbert look phenomenal. Another
and for once they've got players that can stop the other team from just running a score. I hate watching to have to deal with a team and we can't stop them at all. That's just we went through that for how many years? So last couple of years has been fabulous. Yeah. So.
But thankfully we don't ever have to play the Chargers. Otherwise, that's going to be a headache. Just because of how many good key players they picked up. I will say this though. Seahawks Rainbow, don't even talk. You guys couldn't even fix your offensive line. You guys literally just have Russell Wilson. That's it. So
hey, Rusty's still going to be taking his lumps. Aaron Rodgers is still going to be going out there with no uniform on just because he knows he can get to Russ no matter what.
Yep. And you know what? Ronbo? Here's the sad part about it. The Bengals got a better offensive line this draft than the Seahawks did. Easily. The Bengals are going to be another team to watch out for.
And I tell you, the thing is, just to give the Hawks a little more nastiness, is they had the opportunity to go get an offensive lineman. What they do? They went and got another wide receiver. Russie, we gave you another wide receiver. What did I tell you, people? What did I tell you? I said, I'm getting too old for this, man. You do something with Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, Aaron Rodgers, too. Man, I feel bad for that poor guy.
Aaron Donald.
Aaron Donald?
Yeah.
Honestly, Ronbo, our defense is going to be solid. Our offense is going to be also really great.
Mm-hmm.
I'm kind of I'm on the fence about picking up 2 running backs. I was fine with 1, but getting a second one.
Everybody feels the same on that one.
But I understand why, just because, our running backs get kind of hurt. And when they get hurt, they go out fast.
Yeah.
Yeah. They just,
Steven.
It happened last season. That's one thing I'm not looking forward to.
Steven, in the 17th week, if we have 2 solid running backs, I'll be so happy I don't know what to do. But let me see you on Monday Night Raw, will you? I got to go.
All right, I'll see you Monday Night Raw, Ronbo.
Looking forward, fam. Have a good night.
Bye.
I'm joking, but really I'm serious. If we have 2 solid running backs in week 17, thank you, because I tell you. Hey, and he is the Iron Sheik.
What's up, Ronbo? What's going on, man?
Sheik, man, we're sitting back here and acting like we got a right to make judgments on what the 49ers did. And we do. And we're going to do it whether they give us that right anyway, right? So, Sheik, your assessments on what took place here over the past 3 days.
Well, let me just give my grade. Oh, actually, I'm going to my grade at the end.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we had trade backs with the Raiders, and I'm pissed off about that because I wanted more rig.
I know.
Because we need that
Tony
safety, but then I'm so mad. And we had Aziz there later on. You could get him again if you want to when we trade, but we didn't.
Oh, Jalari, he was available.
Jalari, yeah. But I do really like that USC safety. He looks really nice out there.
Oh, everybody does.
But they call him Baby Palomalu. That's what I'm in here on Twitter. So I like that.
Woo!
You got the looks and everything. I guess he's been training with Palomalu, so I'm like, oh, okay, let's go.
He's got to grow that Palomalu hair again, He was wearing it like that, but he got a haircut recently. But yeah, we got to have him back, that look.
Yeah, he's a beast, bro.
Yeah,
I really like him a lot. The other prospects, we have a tackle and the corner and the running back. Elijah, I really like the running back. He's pretty good. He's kind of like the type of guy we're looking for in running back as well. He reminds me, he could be like a Mostert type. He could be that this style that he's looking for. But you just have to grow in. So I'm just curious, Ronbo, what all these running backs we're bringing in, and we have
who's going home, right?
And I'm like, who's going home? One of these guys is going to get picked up somewhere else. It just kind of makes me mind-boggling because we know we needed a wide receiver, got a potential guy in there, we did it. We've got Watkins and undrafted. I really like him. It's just kind of it fits the system with the kind of style they're looking for. The smash mouth, running the ball, McDaniels kind of stuff because it's a run offense over the LaFleur and the Jets. But I just look at it, I was like, are we going to try to get Julio on June 1st? Is this a possibility?
Well, that's right. You're going to have to what kind of compensation would you have to give back to the Falcons? You're not going to just get him even if they cut him loose.
No,
Julio's he's $22 million. And Julio's, as soon as he gets to San Francisco, all right, before y'all even say a word, I love Coach Shanahan, but if you go give me less than $22 million, I'm going to keep on going. Julio.
Yeah. And that's the thing. That's my issue about it, Ronbo. It's they have the biggest, craziest contract that they should have done, and they expect them to trade him. It's who's going to take that contract?
Julio's 30, how much?
Am I 22 or 20? I lost count, but it is a lot for the next 3 years or 2 years.
No,
and unfortunately,
Julio's 30 what? 2?
32, 33?
Yeah, so I'm not giving him no 3-year contract. So it's going to be a real problem for him the Rams will try to pay him or lie to him and say, Julio, listen, we're interested right now, and I hope you're on the same page. We just want to win a championship, and then we'll figure things out from there. No. I mean, I'm 32.
No, I'm not doing that.
No, you guys give me a 3-year package or I'm gone. And somebody might do that, too. But not the 49ers. I know they won't.
They won't, but there's ways, like if they, later on in the season, if they really wanted to trade Jimmy G or Trans-a-lot, it's going to be the guy. They could switch that cap and then trade a second-round pick for Julio, for example. It might work like that, or they might backload the contract, restructure the contract. Maybe that work, or maybe they'll just cut him.
That would be the thing to do.
And we could pick him.
Yeah, because
I'm hoping.
I think Atlanta's stuck with Julio. Because you know what? They would have got some offers that you'd hear about at least. Julio's too expensive. So, and they can blame themselves for that. So, anyway.
And the thing, like you said about Sanu, honestly, it's Ronbo. Like, he was good in Atlanta, but he's really slow now. We cut him, and then somebody else picked him up. So I'm not really a high hopes on it, unfortunately. So, I guess they have a high hopes on Jalen Hurd in D4, but we'll see.
Oh, please with Hurd.
Other than that,
Sheik, we're going to run out of time.
But I give him a B-, by the way, Ronbo.
A B-? We'll
figure this out.
Everybody's got toward a C. All right. Sheik, I'll see you Monday night.
All
right, fam.
Shout out to you, shout out to TNT, and shout out Faithful. Hit that like.
Dude, thanks, Sheik. Night, fam. Emilio.
Hello?
What's happening?
Emilio, have you been...
Emilio.
Emilio, have you been listening to... we're not happy. Basically, my assessment this far from the calls I've gotten so far, we're not happy. We got good picks, but we've become spoiled, and we're not happy. I'm just as bad as everybody else. I gave us a B, a low B, almost a B-. So, Emilio, are we out of line? Should we just stop it, or what?
I know nobody's ever happy around here for some weird reason.
I know. Emilio,
you All-Star team, everybody's complaining.
Are you at work?
I'm in front. Yeah, they got the radio, and I'm trying to get away from it.
Okay, good. Okay. Go ahead.
But no, nobody's ever happy. We can have an all-star team. Somebody's probably something to complain about.
There's a few players to be really excited about.
We can have a Super Bowl team, and somebody else will find something to complain about.
That's a good point. That's what we do. So we can't talk about Philadelphia fan bases anymore. We can't talk about New York. All them dudes out in the East are the worst. And I guess San Francisco, we represent.
There's working teams out here. It ain't nothing. It's plenty.
Oh God. Well, we got Banks.
That.
We picked up Ambry as a solid pick. And Hafuanga. I can't believe we got him in the 5th round. I'd forgotten about him. I was so delighted. And you got the kid from Louisiana. We got some pretty solid picks. We'll see how they work out. It's too early to get mad, actually.
I actually like the picks. I think they were good ones. We got stuff we needed. I know, like I said, people complain out here talking about we should have got this. We must have got stuff we needed. Plays we needed, positions we needed. That's how I feel. We got more need than anything.
Yeah.
Like I said, it's more for, what do you call it? Just in case players do get hurt, players go down. It's more for that.
There's no room on this roster. Yeah. There's not... Like they said, a lot of guys we didn't think were going to make the team. So no point in him dragging him in here to a situation. It's unfair to the kid. Let somebody pick him up that can really use him.
For the most part, I think that most of these players will be on the team. They'll figure it out one way or another. The only ones I actually see them trying to cut down on would be the quarterback position. Because at this point, we have 5 quarterbacks. What the hell do we need 5 quarterbacks for? We got way too many. I said,
We got we got lots of running backs, but you know what? No matter what, Emilio, I want all of them kept and keep some of them on the practice squad. You know, because
we got a lot of quarterbacks. We also got a lot of what's the name? A lot of receivers too. We got a bunch of. That's why I was like, that's why I wasn't expecting them to really draft a quarterback. We had already so many already.
Yeah, you're right. We didn't need to draft a wide receiver. Actually, I think we just, these guys always look good when they're coming out of them. College highlights always make people crazy. And really, we probably got guys that can probably beat them out. They weren't going to make the team anyway. We're still waiting for guys from last year, Jalen Hurd, Jennings. We haven't seen him play a down yet. You got Travis Benjamin.
Cause if you really break down the whole roster, we really, really look at, like I just said, we've been, like I said, we're stacked on a whole bunch of positions. I said some haven't really played, and some you just really have to prove themselves. But no, the roster is stacked. It gets a lot of depth on defense and offense. I love it, but we got a whole bunch. So.
Mm-hmm. And what if D Ford could play? See, then you wasted another kid's time. He could have went somewhere else.
I don't see D Ford playing. I think they just respect his contract because of the injury. I don't see him playing at all. I'd be shocked if he does. I'd be a little bit surprised if he does. They just did that for money, is what that was. Yes, well,
D better at least play opening day because he had all year to get healthier. Come on, D. What's wrong with you? And Fortnite's better let him play the first game.
Think that, like I said, to me, I don't think so. He was just more for money, just to have space to re-sign some players. To me, I think he's just done. He's just on the roster for now, just to be on the roster. And eventually, they might just let him go or just pay him out.
Well, they feel sorry for him.
Like I said, we honestly don't need him.
Yeah.
No, we actually don't need him. So, if he does play, it'd be a great help.
Oh, God, D Ford. Oh man, D and Nick back together again. Emilio, we're gonna go. We're gonna let me see Monday Night Raw. All right.
Okay. So not tomorrow. So you're not doing it tomorrow.
No, we're gonna miss Sunday this week.
I wasn't expecting to be on today.
I know I wasn't. I forgot today, but not Sunday. I got the days mixed up. So Monday Night Raw though.
Oh, you just missed it. That's all that was. I need to go talk to this guy.
All right. I appreciate that too. Night, Emilio.
All right, later.
All right. And let's go back to 417 Mizzou. And out in Missouri, I mean, oh no, that's not. I was thinking I got my Michigan and Missouri mixed up. Tell us about that cornerback we got. Ambry Thomas. Tell you, man. And Roll Tide. Niners! Welcome in to Rod.
What it do, Ronbo?
Rod, man, we're sitting back here, man. We're just, you know how we do. We feel like we can criticize and beat up on the front office for what they did. I laugh about when I think about that. That's funny. Rod, what do you think, man? You give him a B- or a C+? Ain't nobody give him a D yet, though. But what are you thinking?
I'm gonna give him a B-.
Okay.
I give him a B-.
If for no other reason but giving the Rams 2 fourth-round picks, I want to see the Rams continue to suffer. Don't help them. But I know the Raiders, I don't like those people. So, you know. But anyway, go ahead.
Well, I tell you what, man. I know I was happy to see that the prediction of Trey Lance went down. I actually feel kind of bad for my boy. Justin Fields going to Chicago. I just don't know if that's a great situation for him. But I wish him luck because he's still a good athlete.
I thought it was going to be him.
With a lot of potential.
I really did think it was going to be him. I like Trey Lance, and that's why I picked him because I just like him. But I still, in the back of my mind, said it should probably be Fields though. And he fell in the draft like crazy. Ended up in Chicago, freezing ass cold Chicago. I feel bad about that.
Well, I think they did their homework. at the end of the day, being that we're a team that's been together as long as we've been, there's so much continuity that offense had, and I just feel like with the skill set of Justin Fields, he just wouldn't quite be ready year one, and it would be a question mark for year two just because he hasn't taken many snaps under the center. But other than that, I wish the young man nothing but good luck except against the 49ers. But I think,
he's gonna have a chip on his shoulder, Rod. As an angry man, he warned everybody, "I'll be back to get you if you don't draft me." That's a threat.
Well, I remember the 49ers drafted a safety way back when when Singletary was the head coach by the name of Taylor Mays, who made the same comment when Pete Carroll didn't pick him up. So,
And Taylor never did scare nobody, especially in San Francisco, from that day forward.
Right. Right.
I forgot about Taylor.
Don't piss off Nick Bosa. Don't piss Nick Bosa off.
Yeah. Don't want to have Nick running around waiting for you to come to town. No.
Yeah, but other than that, Ronbo, I think that they did a good job addressing the offensive line issue. I think now we can probably look to cut somebody, even if it's with the Tom Cable guy, whatever his name is.
Wait, who you talking about offensive line?
No.
Tom Compton?
Yeah.
Yeah, he just got paid the other day too. So I don't know why they did that.
Yeah. I don't either. But
I'm concerned about.
To see Sean Coleman's coming back.
Yeah, Sean, I can't imagine that. They said something about him in a press conference too.
Yeah, and they say he's been looking good in his workouts as well. So, I think you remember we had this discussion a couple of years ago back. I told you about this guy's background. He played with Auburn, and he had leukemia.
Yeah, he survived it. Cancer survivor.
He's got heart, man.
Yeah.
Pulling for him.
Yeah, and you know what? That's why he had to take COVID. He cannot afford to be running around out there in COVID danger. So so we got a lot of offensive linemen. I'm concerned about his future because he kind of made me tired last year. So maybe third year's a charm for him. And we'll see. McKivitz is big, so we'll see what happens with him.
Yeah, my last comment on what you just said before we go is that I think that the issues we struggled on that offensive line, having a quarterback as agile as Trey Lance will probably help that out as well. So, I'm feeling confident. I really am.
Yeah. I just
hope we can run the ball tomorrow, man. Yeah, I think we're gonna do a good job running the football, man. We got to stable the running backs now for real.
Because that offense is based on that run game. If you can get that going, everything else works. And now with that Mauler over there on that side and Michael McGlinchey, what he does best, we should have an offense that I don't think regardless of the start, I don't think anybody's gonna be complaining this time. So we good.
Right. I heard somebody make the comparison to this guy, Trey Sermon, could be like a Frank Gore. What do you think about that?
Yeah, I did hear during the draft somebody was saying that. So if he can run to the ground as low as Frank, Mama laughed my ass off and said, "Okay, that's what they was talking about." Because Frank at 1 inch off the ground and moving at high speed. I love that about Frank. So we'll see. Sermon, as you talk about. Sermon's pretty big, though,
right.
Whereas Frank is not that kind of size. We'll see.
Okay.
All right.
All right, Lakers at 5. I hear you. I'm getting away from the mic.
All right.
Ronbo, we'll catch you on Raw tomorrow, man.
No, Raw Monday night. All right, fam. Good night.
Let me get that shout out before I go, baby.
You know it. For the ride.
Shout out to the Empire. Catch y'all tomorrow.
All right, fam. Monday night. All right. 417-MO. Come on for some more.
Yeah, man. I loved it. I loved the draft. I thought the whole thing was perfect.
What is your name?
My name is my YouTube name is Hingle McCringleberry.
Interesting name. I'm not going to try to spell that. I'll
Well,
just call
no,
you.
it's a Key and Peele reference, but yeah.
All right, Hingle.
You know.
I'll
Yeah.
Hingle McClean.
Hey,
Yeah.
man, I've been a 49er fan since the 80s. I've been through all this stuff, dude. I love this draft. This draft was great, dude. All the way through. The Trey Lance trade up was great. I loved it. Good fucking move. I mean, sorry for the swear word.
Yeah, we got kids. We don't want to get any bad examples, but go ahead.
Yeah,
go ahead.
I'll cut it out.
Okay.
Yeah, but no, I liked it all. I liked it all. It was good. I liked the guard that they got from Notre Dame.
Aaron Banks.
I like this guy. Yeah, I watched his tape. I started watching his tape because I'm like, who's this guy? Who's this Brooks guy? I started watching his tape. Man, this guy's huge, dude.
Oh, yeah.
This guy's like,
in fact,
I mean,
your first look at him, you think he needs to lose some weight, but maybe not. If he can move at that size, okay, good.
well,
it makes it more difficult.
I mean, maybe they just want some guy, you know, hey, I negate your defensive tackle.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
This is my answer to your tackle.
Yeah.
And you're done.
Mm-hmm.
Game over. I mean, this guy is 400 pounds, and he's fantastic. I mean, I was looking at him. I was like, oh, my God. This guy's a fucking mammoth. Sorry, dude. Sorry about that.
It's okay.
Okay, and
go ahead.
And then I like the running back picks. I like both of them. There's like a third down back. The Eli guy.
Yeah,
Eli guy was
Eli
like
Mitchell. Yeah.
Yeah, he looks like a third down back kind of guy. And then the Trey Sermon guy, he could eventually be a starter. I don't know. I mean, it's, you know, these are all chances that this team is taking.
No, you
now.
You got to bank. You got to put these guys in storage right now because next year we're going to lose some of these guys. A lot of these guys are on 1 year and 2 year contracts. You know, you might as well get somebody and train them up right now and get them going. Continuity is everything in Kyle Shanahan's offense. It means everything.
Yes.
So.
Yes. Yeah, and that Trey Sermon guy, he looks kind of a mainstay. Like, he might be there for a minute.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You know, the things that I've seen from him. I mean, in that one game he rushed for like 330-something yards. I mean,
I know that's a lot. One of them ran for a 99-yard return. I'm not sure if it was Hingham or Mitchell. I was just glancing through some of the accomplishments. So, you know. And we got Talanoa Hafuanga. You know, that's... What are the odds the 49ers picking him up in the 5th round? I guess because he's been hurt and people were afraid to take a chance on him. But if he could stay healthy, and that happens to a lot of players, we got a real steal there.
Well, I'm telling you right now. I'm happy that they're looking at the secondary. You know, I mean, these guys, they can pop, they can't. I mean, draft bust is a term for a reason, right?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's just like, I'm glad that they're looking at this area, and it looks like they're making really great picks in these areas that we need. We need these. We need these guys.
Yeah, we didn't pick up any trash. It's just that, what did you prefer
I
is what it was.
Pick. I think the second running back pick might have been the most controversial in my own mind, I guess. But
no, you're right.
Yeah, that second pick, I think maybe a wide receiver might have been okay. I know that's a common theme going on tonight. Yeah,
it's a 6th round pick.
Second running back pick, maybe we could have got a speed guy in the slot kind of dude, but
I'm not sure.
Yeah, it's okay.
If any were left.
I like the draft. I mean, I'm like A-.
An A- even. Oh, there it is.
Oh, yeah.
The first A given out tonight. All right.
Oh, anytime you draft, I like big guys early, dude. Remember when we got Anthony Davis and Mike Iupati
years
ago in the first round? Yeah, and I really like big guys.
And they made
early.
a big difference, both of them. Well,
Yes.
Engel, we're going to go, man. We're out of time. We'll be back Monday Night Raw if you get a chance, and we'll be looking for you.
All right, man. Take it easy, bro.
All right. Nice to meet you, too.
All right. Good night.
Night. Hey, Jamie.
Hey, Ronbo.
Hey, Jamie. Well, we got an A given out tonight, but mostly it's been, B's and C's. Jamie, a lot of the players that you picked out, we watched them get drafted. Tony actually supported a lot of your picks, and we got a lot of running backs for most people's taste. Although we're going to need them, I'm pretty sure, because we run out of running backs every year. We got Aaron Banks when everybody thought we were going to get a cornerback. So Jamie, what are you feeling here?
Well, the only thing I'm worried about the guys that I had on my speed board is the Rams got that big guy, that wide receiver, tight end, 4'4" guy, 4'3"
What was his name? I remember that because every team in the West,
Jacob Harris.
Yeah, every team in the West picked up a wide receiver, which was interesting.
Yeah, his name's Jacob Harris, and we just got done picking like our second. I don't know, maybe like our second corner or something. And I'm like, no, and then instantly Jacob Harris off the board. I'm like, oh man.
Even Schwartz.
But that's it. As long as he's not in LA fucking putting it on us for the next 10 years, I'm cool with it. Fine.
Yeah. Our wide receivers never last that long. He'll come up with either a pull or something. I got
right now. I got a list of 3 different guys that are like 6'5", 6'6", that are wide receivers and they're still in free agency.
Mm-hmm. Oh, really?
T.J. Vasher, Cyrus Mitchell. They can all be goal line jump ball guys,
Mm-hmm.
and they got decent speed to get it on the outside. Brandon Smith, so they can go and grab one of these guys and bring him into camp and see if he can work out for goal line stuff, Because all of our receivers are small.
Yeah, Jennings and Jalen Hurd are supposedly ready to go now. I don't know if they're going to be able to stay upright, but Jalen Hurd is probably as good as anybody we're talking about here. If he can just stay on the field.
And what's his name? Lynch said that Hurd is doing good in his
workouts.
His workouts, his injury workouts or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But you know what they did this year? They went through, and every single position that we were getting hurt at, they went and completely took care of it.
Yeah.
So now instead of us getting hurt, we're going to be going out and we're going to be hurting them this year.
Yeah. And see, so the NFC West, they picked up another wide receiver. Everybody picked up another wide out. And we sat back and watched. And we're going to be able to kill their quarterback. And in the secondary, we'll be able to stop them from being able to get the ball before Nick can grab the quarterback by the throat and drag him into the dirt. I can't wait.
Yeah, before they can even get down the field. I'm hoping so. Didn't we grab 1'6" corner and 5'11" corner?
Yeah, Ambry's tall, and
see.
Yeah, Deommodore Lenoir is a little smaller, so.
Yeah, a little bit smaller.
Yeah,
he was at Oregon. I seen him play a little bit.
Did you? Okay.
I give him an A. I'm not giving him an A-. I'll give him an A. Call it an A.
All right.
He needed that. It took care of everything. Like, we're not going to go out there and be on our third string of anything this year.
True, huh? These guys got to.
Knock on wood.
I hope they get a lot of work in early on, so they're ready as soon as possible. Because
the only way. Do you think that second guard beats anybody out or gets on the field at all?
Yeah, Jaylon Moore. Jaylon Moore. They just his offensive line. I wonder if they're going to try to use him at guard. He's got to make the team from where they're talking.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Coleman. They were talking up Coleman. Lynch was in one of the press conferences or whatever.
Sean. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Seems like he's better. I guess you're going to keep him too. He's a tackle though. So you got McKivitz, you got Compton, and you got Banks. That's 3 guards right there. I don't know how many guys are actually going to be. Some of these guys have to go in the practice squad because you're going to run out of space for the offensive line as far as roster spots. So it's going to be interesting to see how they work
That's what I'm
this.
saying. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. And if they say that Coleman guy's coming back, wow, that's cool.
Mm-hmm. And so Mike McGlinchey's probably not going to get hurt. McGlinchey's not playing great football all the time, but he doesn't get hurt, except that 2019 season. And of course, you got Trey on the other sense, Williams on the other side. So, and the guy who never gets hurt also is Thomason. He got hurt a year before last for a little bit, but he was back and ready to go by the time the season started. So the only problem spots have been the center position, and Alex Mack is tough. This guy hasn't missed but 1 or 2 games in the last 3 or 4 years. So, we're looking good at the offensive line.
They were talking like they were confident with Brunskill there, too.
Yeah, and Brunskill, well, the nice thing about Brunskill, he's your standby guy, and you're not going to lose anything with Brunskill coming in. So I want him kept nice and fresh as much as possible.
Yeah.
Ben Godwin, I guess, is still a center.
To look at it a little bit more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
hopefully they bring in something for wide receiver. Like I didn't see any speed left on the undrafted.
I know.
But I see some big guys.
Oh God. We're gonna have to see what happens to that. And Jamie, let's see you on Monday Night Raw. All right.
For sure.
Yeah. Jamie gave me an A. All right.
Thanks, Ronbo.
Night, Jamie. Thank you. And hey, Casey. And now here's the guy that's not going to give it up. Hey, Casey, I'm glad you called because I know we've had a couple of A's, a few B's, and maybe a couple of C's. Now, Casey, I already know what grade you're going to give. Casey, make your assessments on what just took place here the last 3 days.
You already know what I'm going to give.
If I had to guess and bet money, Casey might give him a C-. Is that right?
Oh, that's pretty accurate, Ronbo. Yeah, that's pretty accurate because I don't want to give him a D. Yeah. But you know what? With Trey Sermon today, I'm pretty excited about him because he looks like Adrian Peterson. I'm excited to see him and Jeff Wilson get at it.
Tough guy.
You know what the thing is, Ronbo? The return on the 3 first-round draft picks is it's going to be so tough to get. It's going to take maybe a few years.
Only 2 more years. This year is we get our 2024. We get it back.
And part of me really feels like I don't think they'll ever say this, especially given the timing of everything. But the trade up to 3 was entirely to go and get Rodgers. But I mean,
you think?
We'll never really know.
Or over in Texas.
It's just because it's like you ask yourself, is Trey Lance worth 3 first-round draft picks? And then you go, okay, well, is trading that's worth it for Rodgers? And he just won MVP last year, and
I don't. Casey, you think they knew that Rodgers was going to be having a fit over in Green Bay, looking to get traded? Rodgers orchestrated that, though. He did try to make that happen. He's been squawking now for a month before the draft.
I think John Lynch really is that ballsy to try and do things like that, and is always looking at
checked it out.
Ways to improve the team.
Yeah, they wouldn't check it out. So I don't know. But like John says, well, when you got one the MVP is available, you got to at least check and see what's going on with that.
Yeah, because you saw right after what was it, in the 3rd round or whatever, John Lynch traded with the Raiders. That was a great trade. So he's always, he stays hungry.
Yeah, John likes it, and the Rams, and I hate both teams. So if you're going to trade with somebody, why them? But I understand what you're saying, though.
And I do like that offensive, that right guard that they got. The offensive guard,
Aaron Banks. Right.
Yeah. I just, I'm worried that the next 5 years are going to be really tough because the NFC West is, really, really tough. I'm not sure if adding Trey Lance today, because I mean, if he hasn't played a year, and I mean, he would probably just get killed today if they threw him in there today.
We're not. I know you and others don't like Jimmy G, but I guarantee you, Jimmy will.
No, I do.
He'll be fine.
I love Jimmy.
Yeah.
I
I just want Jimmy to play better. I just want him to. I just want him to ball out. I want him to stay healthy. And
this year, as long as he's not hurt, you'll probably see the same guy you saw in 29, a little improved because, as everybody says, Kyle Shanahan's offense, it's that second year when quarterbacks usually come into their own as far as his offense goes. So I'm expecting big things from Jimmy, and that he has the 49ers drafting a quarterback. People need to look out. Like I said about everybody I say that everybody hates, watch out. I said it about J-Dub. I said it about Eric Armstead. I never said it about Solomon Thomas. I did say it about Dante Pettis, though, to be fair, and I was wrong there. But watch out.
What are you saying right now, Ronbo?
I'm saying, look out. Jimmy G is going to be a monster this year. I've already got that figured out.
I hope so. Ronbo, I really think that could be an effect. I think it really could make him hungry. Because, Ronbo, when Jimmy came over here, he had 2 rings.
Yeah.
And I mean, people aren't going to, you need to understand he's already had a successful career. I mean.
Well, he didn't have anything to do with Tom Brady. But the thing is, now he's got Alex Mack.
Ronbo, who's hungrier? Who's hungrier? The guy with 2 rings or the guy that doesn't have 2 rings? So, every time Jimmy throws a pick and he kind of goes, "Oh shucks," if he was more angry, I would be more.
You ever watch basketball at all? You know how the guy that came over the Warriors, you don't want to come to a team. You want to do it yourself, right? So Tom Brady did it in New England. Jimmy was on the sidelines backing him up, but it's not like you did it, And Jimmy knows he blew it in the Super Bowl. And that's why I said, if he didn't get hurt last year, I love when I get the chance to say it. I figure by week 8, I tried to tell you guys, Jimmy G's ranked number 3 in the league. I've already got it figured out. I can see this coming. He's got Alex Mack at center, which is going to be huge. He didn't have a center last year, or actually the year before he had Garland. He's got Alex Mack. He's got a solid right guard. He's got no longer are those receivers rookies like they were, or second or third tier. Watch out. This is going to be it, Casey.
No, I mean, he really could ball out this year if he stays healthy, and if Debo and Ayuk and Kittle,
and no longer rookies. Casey, we ran out of time though. Casey, let me see you on Monday Night Raw, and but you give it out.
And just for the record, Rumble, I really do wish Jimmy the best. I hope Jimmy wins the Super Bowl this year.
I think you're a real 49er. Nobody wants to see him fail. So.
I think he's the best chance. I think this draft guarantees Jimmy another shot. So
hopefully, all right, fam. We'll see you Monday night. All right.
Yeah, sounds good, Rumble.
All right, Casey. Night, fam. And bring him in. He is Shane.
What's up, Ronbo? How you doing?
Shay, man. We're giving out them grades, man. It's so funny because we're so used to the big splash, sexy picks. We only got one. After Trey, it was well, we got to Hafuanga. I like that pick. It stands out in my mind.
I like that pick too.
I don't know about the running backs. I hope they work out. Who else?
Well, I know Trey will. I know Trey Sermon will. Trey's a hard runner. He's a bull. Yeah. Ronbo. I mean, to grade the entire draft, I'm gonna give it a solid B. I like where the Niners are headed. I mean, they got some talent, but instead of grabbing a guard or maybe a second running back, I would have tried to address the edge situation because, again, my biggest gripe is this. Bosa's coming off an ACL. We don't even know what Bosa is. I'm projecting Bosa to be at least 60% of his rookie year of what he was. And I think the Niners would even take that. And then hopefully as he progresses,
better than everybody else.
Comfortable with that knee.
True.
Right, and he gets comfortable with that knee, then we can start seeing the same Bosa that we had. But I mean, again, I don't have any faith in D Ford staying healthy. I think they're just posturing, with these videos. Again, he has knee tendonitis. I still think that's going to be a huge issue for him to play. But if he somehow makes it on the field, he, it might be, in 1 week misses 4 or 5 games and comes back and plays another game, then misses another 4. We don't know. But also too, running Samson Ibukum out there, I don't have any. I love the interior, right? From Jones all the way to they're going to kick Armstead in on, passing downs to Kinlaw to Maurice Hurst. I think we're stacked, but I'm just kind of scared for the edge situation. And I just think instead of drafting an additional running back and or another offensive guard, they could have probably used those 2 picks to draft an edge to help compete in camp.
And
so
on 2 occasions, it was Ojulari and Kwity Paye was available. 49ers rode right on by.
Yeah, well, I mean, not even just not even like that deep. Like, I'm not even. Yeah, they passed on Ojulari. I was already upset about that, but I said, you know what? Get the guy that they want. That's good. There was still a lot talent left. Ronbo, there's Quincy Roche. Rashad Weaver was projected to go 2nd or 3rd round. He fell all the way to the 5th or 6th round, Ronbo. I don't know why the Niners didn't try to take. Right, and so there was a bunch of guys from William Bradley King to Victor Demajike to Chris Rumpf, who also played for Duke. So there was just a lot of talent. I don't know what their idea is. Maybe they're like, hey, we still got a little bit of money. We could probably go get a veteran in the, there's still some good free agents from Oliver Vernon to Ryan Kerrigan, who had like 9 sacks last season. So there's still some good talent all the way out there. From Justin Houston, also had like 8 sacks. So unless they're looking that route, then I could understand why they didn't want to, bring any rookies that wouldn't make the team in camp. But
yeah, that's what I was getting ready to say,
Shay. So.
Right there. I think they looked at those guys and thought they probably couldn't beat the guys out in camp, maybe? I don't know what they look like to them.
Yeah.
Because what we see and what they see, I don't know what they're looking at.
Yeah, no, most definitely, Ronbo. So that was just the only, like, puzzling thing. I'm like, well, I think we might need help on edge. Like, D'Amico Ryans is stepping in. It's going to be his first time. I don't expect him to be Robert Saleh, and get creative with everything. I think he's just going to go out there and run what, he's been taught and everything like that. But I'm just like, well, Kyle, John, wouldn't you want to give D'Amico the best chance to succeed and try to get him some help? But we'll see. I'm excited for the season regardless. I think there's no way the Niners didn't get any worse. They got better. And like I said, everybody's predicting. I think the Niners are the team to beat, even with the Rams getting Stafford. I think the Niners can go toe-to-toe, whether it's Jimmy or Lance. I still think Jimmy's probably going to be the starter for the rest of the season unless an injury happens. So I have all the faith that Jimmy will lead us to a playoff and we'll make a deep run. So I'm excited though, Ronbo. Like I said, I'll give it a solid B.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
No, it's health. We cannot have 30% of the roster going down. George Kittle's got to stay on the field. Mostert's got to stay on the field. These guys we need. Juice, these guys got to find a way. Even K'Wan Williams. Guys, can we have a year where they don't all bite the dust at the same time?
Yeah.
That was scary last year. So.
No, you're right, Ronbo. I mean, and for Kittle, too, like, I love Kittle. I love his fight and grit, but he might have to start changing the way he plays, man. Like, run out of bounds a little bit more because, the hits start taking a toll eventually. He's not as, young as he used to be. So it's time to kind of, buddy, preserve yourself. Right. Yeah. I mean, it's not like he's a bad route runner. He's a good route runner and pass catcher. So just, bro, like, the yak is beautiful. We love it. Not a fans won't deny it. But sometimes, man, don't
sacrifice
take that
your entire
hit. You don't have
body.
to.
Because that against New Orleans, I don't want to see that Saints thing happen again. That was scary, Shay.
Yeah.
They could have broke his neck. Dang.
Yeah. No, you're right, Ronbo. I mean, the man's a bull, but yeah, you're right. Like, if you don't have to, don't take that extra hit. Go down or, get out of bounds. But hopefully, Kittle's still like, all right, you know what? Yeah, I'm not as young as I was. I'm going to start, obviously taking less hits to, make sure my body is, ready for the rest of the season so I don't have to miss games. So, but we'll see. But all right, Ronbo, I know we got to go. Shout out to my TNT brothers. But I'm excited, Ronbo. So I just can't wait for LCAs and training camp, baby.
I know, right? I get the first preseason game. We're going to be going nuts. It's going to feel like it's a real game.
Yeah,
Trey's going to be out there the whole time. Yeah.
Oh, absolutely, Ronbo. Shout out to Lee. Shout out to my boy, Teron Lewis. He got his guy, Trey Lance. So I'm happy for him and his draft and everything like that. So, but all right, Ronbo, you God bless you, sir.
All right, Shay. Appreciate you, fam.
Shout out to production. Good night.
Hey, looking for you Monday night. All right. B-Ham, come on in here. Boy, B-Ham, they came after you left. You know that. I know you was listening.
Hey, you know
what you said that made everybody so upset. What did you say?
I don't know. Hey, I'm just a football fan, Ronbo. I'm gonna have to go back and watch it. What day was that? I even forgot.
Did you say that Trey Lance? I know what it was. Did you say Trey and Kaepernick was one and the same or something like that?
Yeah, they look the same.
That was it, B-Ham. Oh, the chat went blank. Boy, it was crazy. I said, you know what? I don't know.
Only thing you got to do, listen, man. Folks and I'm not against the guy. I promise you, I'm not.
Yeah.
But folks got amazed with a pro day, and when you don't have no defense coming at you, and you can just stand there and just wing the ball. Hey, I mean, it's not football, unfortunately. You know, you got 300-pound guys coming at you. You know, and I didn't just watch highlights. I watched full games. And full games, I mean, 90% of the time, you hiking the ball and just was running. I mean, maybe that's the way your coach designed it, but I mean, looked like Cam Newton to me. That's what Cam Newton looked like when he was at Auburn. You know, Cam Newton and some of the Colin Kaepernick.
As the bottom line is, you're not impressed. Well, let's move on from run out of time, though. Give me an assessment on the total draft.
I think like the last guy, I think we did a B. I hadn't really looked at a lot of the players that we did pick. After the other night, I was, somewhat. But I think we did pretty good, man. I do like the Trey Sermon pick. You know what I'm saying? I'm wondering.
There's several good picks there. I mean, I like Hafuanga at number 5. That shouldn't have happened had he not been there. You got Ambry for the cornerback, so Dante Johnson can stay the hell down on his seat.
Man.
Yeah. I'll tell you. So we got some, and Big Aaron Banks, I can't wait to see what he looks like in action.
Yeah, man. I think you know what I'm saying. I think the way they putting the team together, they making sure we have backups. I mean,
that's where you build a team too.
That was one of our main problems, man.
Yeah.
One of our main problems is we didn't have the ample backups, you know. And that's a problem.
The worst thing was we had them, but they came in and got their butt beat and had to go to the IR. BM, if 2 years in a row, when we went to the Super Bowl 2019, we had some valuable pieces. What if DJ Jones was in that lineup? I don't think that running back gets off like he did. Sherm, here's BM, this is the one. What if...
Hey, they talking about Sherm.
Coming back.
Sherm might be coming back to the Niners, huh?
True, maybe, because he can't find nobody else to hire him. He don't want to go back to Seattle. But listen, BM, what if we would have had... Verrett would have been playing. Do you know that big catch... Because Mosley wasn't quite ready for prime time. He's good, but he needed to see that happen to him once. Not in the Super Bowl, though, damn it. But if Verrett's out there, Tyreek Hill doesn't make that play, we win that game.
Yeah.
Sherm getting beat by, what's his name? I'm not sure if that would happen or not.
I don't know, Ronbo. I like to see what's going to happen with Sherm. They talking about Sherm might come back.
I know.
We're going to have to address defense. That we're going to have to create some pressure from somewhere. I hope D Ford just can stay in the system long enough. And like the last caller said, we still got to see what Nicky Bosa gonna do. So I mean, we got our season cut out for us, man. But I think we're gonna be better on offense. I think we are better improved. So I'm anxious to see how it's all gonna end up.
I'm almost positive about the offense. No more rookies playing wide receiver, with Kendrick Bourne being the best guy on the field. Not being the most experienced guy on the field. So now you got real talents. You got Ayuk. You got Debo's got a second year in. Debo's got a third year. What am I talking about? Now you've got an offensive line that's built for the kill. Now, boy, you got Alex Mack at center. You got this big boy Banks out at right guard. And even if he ain't playing, you still got Brunskill at right guard where he needs to be. I like what I see. These running backs we got, I think it'll make a difference. I think offensively we'll be stout.
Yeah, we're going to be good. I think we're going to be good, man. I'm ready to see what this preseason finna look like, And Hey, I apologize if I offended anybody the other day. But, hey, man, I just
listen. BM, no matter what you say, you've always got a group of people. I don't care if it said I love Jesus. There'd be people in here mad about that. You know what I mean? Not maybe so much in the chat, but it doesn't matter who you like. There's going to be that opposition group. Oh man.
And listen, Ronbo. I mean, I personally would have rather us have Justin Fields. I just haven't seen enough on the kid, and I'm hoping, and praying that when he gets in, he proves that he was worth
that pick.
2 first rounds. He was worth what we spent on him. I mean,
he's a sharp kid. He's got a lot of natural ability.
It's going to be. I just feel like it's going to be real hurtful to a lot of people that actually wanted the Niners to pick this guy if he don't pan out.
And Justin Fields.
And the only thing I'm going to say is, if it don't pan out, watch how watch how quickly
on him. I know
the faithful is finna turn on him. They finna turn on John. They finna turn on Kyle. Watch what I tell you. See, that's the point. That's what I'm talking about. So I hope that this guy pans out.
We don't have no patience, boy, when it comes to that. Because you look at Jimmy G came. We haven't had a football team since Jimmy G came in 2017. When he's on the field, we win. That's the bottom line. But unfortunately, he's been hurt. And the thing is, now that's all it took. Just get hurt. We don't care how well he plays or bad he plays. He's hurt all the time. Get him out of here. What the percentages are, when Jimmy's on the field, 75%, you're going to win. I don't know. You give everybody the credit, everybody else on the team. But the point is, maybe just him standing there is enough. I don't know. But that's the thing.
I don't know, man.
So, we'll see what happens this year. All right, fam.
Oh, yeah.
Bam,
all right, man.
Bam, get a chance Monday. Are you on the road right now?
I'm home, man.
All right.
I'm home.
Bam, you're home a lot nowadays. I mean, call you. Used to be every time you're in that big, beautiful truck.
Hey, listen, it's paid for. Paid cash.
There you go.
It's paid for.
BM, don't tell me. BM, you're living in that truck.
Yeah, paid.
I love
paid for,
it's
man.
a
I
beautiful
can
truck.
sit at the house. I move when I want to move now. Just make sure I keep the upkeep on it. And it pays the rest of the bills, 1 or 2 trips, and I'm done.
I love it. That's the way you're supposed to live. All right, BM. I'm going to see Monday night if you get a chance then. All right?
Okay, no problem.
All right, fam. Night. All right. And, fam, thank you for those contributions tonight. I love you. And Monday night, we'll do it again. Oh, no. I every now and then I just want to leave it on and go into the chat and address some of the people that are in there being silly. Boy, y'all come over to Twitch, and I love to fight with people on Twitter. That's hey, and wait, we're rolling down just a second. I just want to say, oh man, yeah, Hit works. I know, man. Hits work TV. I know. Oh, it'll get better. I'm gonna get my chance. I already know. Week 6. So how you like my boy now? Man, I'll see you Monday night. Niner!